Hello, everyone.
What up, everybody? It's good to see you. Happy Friday. It's good to see you live from the Summit Base Snow Academy. I guess Snow Summit's starting to rock a little bit here, and they announced just yesterday Mountain High is almost open too. Guys, they've not yet. Again, they've now set a timer. Look at that. It's new now, guys. 1 minute. 1 minute. One more minute and we'll be watching these stinkers. It's good to see everybody. How are you guys? Wario. He's in the front room. I can't Wario him. He's watching the birdies at the window. It's a typical Friday for that stanky kid. Snowboarders are out. I like watching the snowboarders one hand kind of crawl, that one hand slide, or the 1 foot slide. Shit's great. Shit's great. All right, where are these guys? Let's go. It's been a minute. What's up, Kevin? How are you? Yeah, I'm just waiting for these ding-dongs to start their feed. Normally, they don't start their feed. Normally, they start the feed 15 minutes early. You can sit in there and just listen to their stupid music and have, like, the whole blue screen of showing you what agenda items there are and stuff like that. But for some reason now, I mean, maybe it's just today, they had a counter on. And it's funny, it says 10:15, so maybe they're watching Smoke and Scan. They're like, well, yeah, guys, we never get this shit ready by 10. So let's just say 10:15. What do y'all say? Smoke and Scan says it. Let's just say it. What's up, Carl? Happy Friday. Hi, Leanne. What's up, Rock? What's up, Maul? What's up, Matt? BJ? Yessie? Ian's in the house, my brother. What's up, Lit Dad? Oh, here he is. Stink Bomb just walked in, just in time for you. Hold on. Let's get him up here. Let's see. Where's he at? No, that's not it. There it is. That's the one we want. Yeah, it's bath time. Good old bath time. What's up, Steven? What's up, Allison? Liz? Cope's Corner? Tama? It's good to see you. Anthony? Hello. Hi, Turtle. Yeah, I'm still waiting. I mean, obviously, it's 10:15. Right on the button. Here we are. Give them the extra 15, they'll take 16. Total adage, guys. You give them an inch, they take a mile. There's a reason why somebody made that up, and whoever said it is a smart person. So true. It is so true. Got all my scanners I did all the firmware updates on my scanners yesterday. Had them all cloned. The professor cloned his scanners and on his on the SD card. So I took all the SD cards out and he did all that, put them all in. So now we got the whole setup like the professor has. And shout out to the professor. That's Marcel, by the way. So hung out with those guys at Helenet. Shout out to Helenet. Had a good time with them. And then, of course, maybe 10 minutes in of him getting all the scanners going. Of course, his phone rings and he's got to go. So he's like, man, I got to go. There's a pregnant lady having a baby on the freeways. So he runs, gets into the chopper. Run to the chopper. Of course, gets in the chopper and off he goes. There he is. There's the pro. So he's always got to work, man. Shout out to Professional May. The professional professor. Shout out to Professor. Where did he go? He's already gone. So thanks again, Professor. I appreciate everything you do for me. You know I do. So yeah, hung out with him for a little bit. He's got limited time there, so when he's got to go, he's got to go. It's kind of like bathroom. When you go, you got to go. So, and he had to run. So while he left, I actually went and had lunch by myself. I don't normally sit down and eat at places by myself, but I did yesterday. It was kind of relaxing. It was fun. Had a nice meal, some broasted chicken. Shit, yeah. What are these dudes doing? It says 91 waiting on their end. Because today I was like, wait a minute, it's not December 1st. And I was like, holy shit, it is December 1st. Didn't even realize it. But they're still, here we go, guys. There's still 91 waiting on their end. So, again, I'm not just talking, not showing you. Might as well watch these folks have fun in the snow. All you snowboarders and all you skiers, man, it's this close out here. I mean, just look now. You see all the dirt and the walking path and all that? Keep an eye on it now, because we'll come back here in a week or so, and I'm telling you, it's going to be different. You'll see. You'll see. In a week, it will be different. What's up, Russell? How are you? What's up, Los Angeles? Where's the ding-dongs? Well, there's a ding-dong right here that you're looking at, Fitty Guns. But the other ding-dongs are late, as they always are. I mean, again, it says 10:15. It don't say anything else. Should we give them a thumbs up? No. Look. Is that not the right time and date? Is it not December 1st? Is it not 10:15 a.m. Pacific Standard Time? It is. It's 10:18 Pacific Standard Time as far as I'm concerned. 10:20 on my iPhone. 10:19 on my wall clock. So, oh, there's a. Shit! You guys missed him go down. Dang it! Of course, the second I turn, somebody goes down. Look, he ain't even walking now. He's like, oh man, this shit hurts. I'm embarrassed. So yes, I don't know. I mean, they don't deserve a thumbs up. Yeah. I mean, I want them to start now. They're late. And again, we'll see. Let's see now. 90 waiting. See, they lost somebody. There was 91 waiting. Now there's only 90. Shit, yeah, they almost got 4,000 subs. They're monetizing this shit. I wonder who gets the monetization. Like, who's getting the money for this? Oh, 95. That shit just popped. Homie, shit just popped. What's up, Beanie Cat? Maybe they meant Eastern time. Well, if it was Eastern time, I mean, it would definitely, I guess it would have already been over by now if it was Eastern time. Maybe they meant Hawaii time? I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Thanks. What's up, Calamity Girl? How are you? It's good to see you. Hope all is well in your beautiful state. I wish I could say the same about mine. It's not beautiful, nor is it okay. Because the people that are running it can't even do anything with it. So, just wanted to show you that. Just wanted to show you that they're still waiting. I'm going to refresh to make sure it's not me, and they've already started 3 minutes ago, and I'm a dumbass. But, no, just refreshed again, and I know I'm a dumbass, but as dumb as I may be, you know. Oh, the Santa hat? Sure, let's put on the Santa hat. Yeah. Hold on. Get my Santa cap. Forgot about my Santa stuff. Oh, there we go. Holy shit. Did we? Hold on a second. Are they already started?
Yeah.
They are.
The Salvadoran community really is everywhere. On my staff, David Haron right over there has been so active in the Salvadoran community.
That's how they do it.
Put this all together.
Whoever these people were, they already got half their presentation cut off at the neck.
Good morning, everyone. It is so nice to see
that was the people from yesterday, wasn't it?
Today is just, my heart is overjoyed.
Wasn't she here yesterday?
For you giving us this opportunity and recognizing Salvadoran Americans. I am the proud daughter of a Salvadoran immigrant mother.
I swear this is Wednesday.
And when my parents came here in the 1980s, they were fleeing a civil war. And to
Maybe
think
I'm wrong,
that
but
all
I
of the
swear
work
she was
that
here
was
on
laid
Wednesday.
out by Carecen, El Rescate, Clínica Romero, and later
replay?
on, I would become the executive director of the Salvadoran American Leadership and Educational Fund. To me, these things are not necessarily just fate, but it's a long history of work that all of you, like Carlos, Dr. Carranza, just so many people, Salvador Sanabria, have made today possible because of their hard work in crafting visibility and crafting a space for Salvadoran Americans. We thank you very much, and we couldn't be happier to have today, December 1st, be Salvadoran American Heritage Day.
So that's what it is. They brought her back for Salvadorian
All
Heritage
right,
Day.
Mr. Blumenfield, before you
And it is
continue,
the
we've
first.
got a few members on the queue,
So again,
beginning
couple
with
things here.
Councilmember
They brought her
Padilla.
back, and their
Yes.
audio technical guys should really be shot.
Thank you,
because they
Councilmember
were
Bob
3 minutes
Bloomfield,
at
for
least
putting this
into
together.
before they-
I vividly remember the day where I had my first job out of college, and I was working in, closer to the Los Angeles metro area, and people were shocked when I used the word salvi. I say, how dare you? Is that even the proper term to use? Is there even Salvadorians in the San Fernando Valley? And I had to explain to folks that I actually have cousins that are half Salvadorians. I have step cousins that are Salvadorians, many best friends, many neighbors. Absolutely, you guys are a big component to the overall portrait of the Latinos in Los Angeles, right? So I'm very excited for this holiday and this recognition. Thank you so much for all you do. Thank you for being great neighbors, great friends.
Okay.
And I look forward to continuing to be a partner in how we improve everything related to Los Angeles
Got back from
and
the south of France.
the diversity that's
I
felt
told
here.
them they were, you
Thank
was
you.
balling out there with Harlan. Y'all was gallivanting in
Councilmember
the
Soto
French
Martinez.
Riviera. Look at my hair, guys.
Thank you so much, Council President. Thank you so much for putting this
I knew
together,
it. I fucking
Councilmember
knew it. I told him
Bloomfield.
the other
It's
day.
been very clear to me over the last few days. You're the honorary Salvadoran of the LA City Council. But I do want to say, I want to stand up and say,
Again, thank you so much, Kat.
as someone who grew up in a primarily Mexican community, I got to meet a lot of Salvadoreños in the hotel
link your
industry.
shirt. Give me one moment. Let me
When I
just
became a
quickly-
leader of Unite Here Local 11, one thing that was very obvious is that a lot of the shop stewards
Pinning of it.
were Salvadorian. And if you look at the hotel industry, Salvadoreños, there may be 15%, but they were about 30 to 40% of
he's
the
not in,
leaders
he
of
took
the
off.
union. And so
he's in his
you would
morning
think,
mood.
well, why?
A
How is
lot
this
of things
possible?
happen
Well,
Friday.
getting to know the shop stewards, building relationships with them, you learn the story of the Civil War. You learn of all the things that happened,
Rams and
how the
Browns on
community
Sunday?
fought
Oh boy.
for justice, for
know.
equality
Rams won last
against
week.
the very powerful of that country.
write the
And so
season.
when
I
they
don't know.
came to Los Angeles, many of them came to the hotel industry and they found themselves again being mistreated and exploited by those very same forces. And so a lot of them found their
Good to see you back
voice
as well, 'cause
becoming
we haven't
shop
seen you.
stewards and leading the union. And so I got to know the culture, I got to know the history, reading a lot of the literature, reading about Roque Dalton and Shafiq Handel and all these revolutionaries that did so much in El Salvador. And so I just want to say the Salvadoreños hold a very near and dear part of my life. And many of those shop stewards are still friends with me today. And the one thing I would say that they taught me the most important thing is you do not eat pupusas with utensils. You eat it with your hands. And so I now eat pupusas with my hands. So again, thank you so much for putting this together and sending much love
Basically,
to the
it's like
Salvadoreño community. And
it's like a quesadilla,
you always have
you
an
know.
ally with me on that front. Thank you so much.
Salvadorian version of a quesadilla in a sense, if you ask me.
Councilmember De Leon.
They're good, really good.
Thank you very much,
Cheese was,
Mr. President. Bienvenidos todos, mis queridos guanacos, al departamento número 15. We have 14 states in El Salvador, and the 15th state is right here in the great
Rock,
city
what
of
up,
LA.
buddy? You're stuck
and
on
it
a
is
call?
because of the diaspora, and it was
Good to
very
see you,
observant,
Rock.
very observant
Much love.
of Councilmember.
Whoever's shouting out, this is your first and last warning.
too hot.
What was that? Mr.
Camille
President,
Lewis.
Oh, Camille Lewis.
If you shout out again, you'll be asked to
My
leave
volume
the
is
chambers.
very low.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Very observant
Anybody?
of the
Anybody
council
else have a
member
little volume on
from
me?
City 13th, which he's so right, 100%. And it's due to the dynamic
only one who's told me that this morning.
unionism, if you will, the large coalition of the FMLN getting together when we
Sounds
met with
perfect.
Shafiq Handel. I remember when we met with Shafiq, no nos dejaba hablar el Shafiq, ¿no? Nos aventaba puro rollo, ¿no? Todo durante la junta.
mic
But
level,
it's a
dude.
very powerful testament of the diaspora and leaving death squads and having a new generation of Salvadoran Americans born here in the U.S.
Is that
and
any
going
better?
on to Cal State Northridge and UC Berkeley and Columbia University, as was given to us so powerfully, last night, and to have Imelda Padilla, Eunices Hernandez, and myself, and so many other colleagues here who sponsored last night's event at Salaf was so powerful, and to know that our sister city, San Salvador. I remember the first time I went there, con Carlitos. I fell in love with the people,
Hopefully that's
with the struggle, with the movement, el cariño, el amor de la gente who have suffered so much. So when they came here, whether it was the hotel workers, whether it was the janitors, or any other union, for them it was seamless to move into those positions of leadership because that's what they were doing back in El Salvador in the various departamentos. So I just want to say to each and every one of you, we stand in solidarity because we're one community, and it's not just, MacArthur Park, Pico Union, where I used to live right across the street from MacArthur Park, and for several years. But whether you live in San Fernando Valley or elsewhere, Ball Heights, South LA, you have made tremendous strides, incredible progress. So proud of you, Carlos, Carlitos. So proud of you, Jocelyn, and all the incredible leadership, the board members, the staff members, the volunteers, las promotoras right here. You have just done incredible. I just want to thank you
in the back
from the bottom of my heart. This sister city that we have here, we stand in solidarity, regardless who the president is, of El Salvador. And I'll give you one quick, funny story. We were inside what the equivalent was the White House in San Salvador, and there was one president, I forget his name, which I thought was very weird because at the president's desk was a picture of George W. Bush. And it looked like it was his wife because it was a picture como de cariño, de amor, and me hizo tan extraño. And we were talking about it, but it is, it's gone the whole gamut, from the left to the right to the center to a new president now. But it is the dynamic, pueblo del Salvador. And one thing I want to add too, if it wasn't for the Salvadoran Americans and the Salvadorans here in LA and other parts of the country, but especially here in LA, the economy of El Salvador would not exist today. A través de las remesas. Es el poder político y el poder económico de nuestra gente trabajadora latina, inmigrante e indocumentada. And let me underscore one thing too. Ya estamos cansados y hartos de estar tepesteando. We don't want no more TPS. We want, a pathway to legalization and citizenship because Salvadorans have paid the price with their lives, with their livelihoods, and they don't want that Congress, Democrat or Republicans, to get their act together so we can be a true, full-blooded, 100% sisterhood where we can go back and forth without the fear of ever being deported. So, felicidades a ustedes. Gracias a todos.
Why is he speaking
Councilmember
two languages, one sentence
Lee.
steadily? Because he panders to the people that are there.
Thank you, Councilmember Lewinfield.
He's not Salvadorian.
Nice to see you here again.
He tries
and
to
Jocelyn.
make it, sound like
we were just talking the other day, and I told you that 20% of my staff
catch him
is of
talking on
Salvadorian descent. My communications director, my deputy district director, a field deputy, my special projects deputy. Just want to thank you for, really sharing the accomplishments of the Salvadorian community. It's another example of what makes our city the greatest city in Los Angeles, which is our diversity. And I just, Jocelyn, thank you for
All right, guys, let's get it.
the relationship we've had over the years of working together and just really pushing me. I think it was the first year I took office, to do more and to be a part of more. And I just really appreciate that relationship and just hope, thank you for helping that next generation be as big a success as they possibly can be, and all your efforts towards that. So happy
Las
Salvadorian
Vegas
American
trips
Day.
that were paid for by other folks and probably our money. So yes,
Councilmember
he was busted
McCoskey.
by an ethics commission.
Really quickly, I just want to say, Carlos, congratulations, and it's so great
Ethics Commission
to
did
see
catch
this
it.
day, 18
Just
years
last
later. I remember so well all of your conversations with Mayor Han, and I want to give a special shout out because I know you would want to, because she's out there somewhere.
Thank you so
and
much
to
for the
thank
nice dono.
Deputy Mayor Natalie Reyes, who worked so hard on this, and actually for the
Thank you,
international
Thank you,
community, she
Kat.
is
You guys
one
rock.
Senate vote away from becoming an ambassador for the United States to the country of Croatia. But she would be so happy today, and I want to just thank her and express from her, because I know she would want to, and say thank you for your
Still low,
commitment to the
Todd? How has
community,
everybody
Dale,
else said
and
it's okay?
congratulations.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Price.
Thank you, Mr. President. I too want
That
to
better?
just thank
Can you hear me a little better now?
bringing
What if you gain a
this
bit?
outstanding group with us today as we celebrate El Salvadorian Day. I really had a chance to experience firsthand, right up close, the hospitality, the opportunities, the resources, the trials and tribulations in that country. And I think it's evident that when individuals come here from El Salvador, they reflect that.
I sound
That
fine. So how do I
enthusiasm,
sound
reflect
fine
that
to one
determination,
person
that
and not the
persistence.
other? Explain
The
that
fact
to
that you've got a
anybody.
variety of
Other
organizations.
than one person
everything
listening
from
at
health,
10
education,
and one
social
person listening
services,
at 5.
Not just serving the
On
El
their
Salvadorian
end,
community,
on their
focusing there, but the greater community as well. And so I just want to say thank you again for your commitment to this community, commitment to our city, and for really being a part of the tapestry that makes our community so great. Congratulations and keep up the good work.
Oh, Betty, what are you doing?
Thank you. Councilmember
Todd's trolling me?
Hernandez.
Oh, I think
Thank you,
Todd's
Council
trolling.
President. Thank you so much, Councilmember Blumenfield, for bringing these exceptional folks into our city hall, their city hall as well, and for uplifting this day. And 18 years later, continuing to do this, I look forward to the next 100 years of
much louder than
sisterhood and
me.
relationship. I'm not going to be here, but hopefully the next people that we bring will also
hopefully
be
that's
here.
lowered them
But
a
as
little.
we're here today, right now, and I said this last night, is that you have people who are champions with you. I'm the daughter of Mexican immigrants, but know that here, we're throwing down for all of our comunidades, okay? So just want to make sure that you all are always here with us, and that we're throwing down with you all to make sure that no community gets left behind. That no community gets left behind. So thank you so much. Appreciate y'all.
All right, thank you. And to close, Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Blumenfield. Carlos, I think you've effectively expanded the size of the City Council. I think you are officially the 16th member of the LA City Council. But this isn't Salvadoran History Day. This is a week. We have been bringing each of the examples of what makes this community so dynamic, so rich, and so important
Thank
to
you, Heaven. I
the
appreciate
culture
you going and watching.
of Los
Thank you to
Angeles.
Jason and Dovey
Our shared
for having me
struggles
on.
for our communities, whether you're Mexican, whether you're Salvadoreño, we have similar struggles. And I am so proud that our history is so interwoven and so connected, going back so many decades of collaborative work to assure that our Latino community is seen, is heard, is recognized, and is not ignored. You have been such an important part of making sure that we are not ignored. And I'm just so proud to know all of you. Again, yes, I will introduce the motion to make sure you guys have an office here. Although you already have one, I think in each of our offices, you are always welcome.
Thank you so much,
to
Yo-Yo.
just make comment to Mr. Soto Martinez, yes, about the pupusas. Yes, you're not supposed to eat it with a
Thanks,
knife
Yo-Yo.
and fork. Unfortunately, when the press is there, though, as we did in Pacoima recently when we
my
had
gaming
the
skills. Play a lot of games.
pupuseria, be the first recipient of the grant for sanitation.
had a whole hip-hop gaming
I had
league.
to, because there's just
It
no
was
way I was wearing white.
Everlast,
So I had to.
Red Rat,
I had to. Yes, it was a violation.
Real.
But you want to have the best pupusas? Yes, you can go to MacArthur Park. Yes, you can go to Pico Union and have them. But you can also come to Pacoima. You can come to Silmar. You can go to Panorama
Exhibit might
City,
have been in that,
because
too, I'm not sure.
the rich
Yeah, they
tapestry
started a whole little league
and
amongst
cultural
themselves, and they were just a
influence
bunch of-
has permeated
bunch of
into the
hip-hop
San Fernando
dudes,
Valley, which
you
is
know?
why we
They
have
go and play
Clinica there,
SOCOM
which
and
is
shit.
why we have such this dynamic relationship that we continue to grow with each and every one of you and your exceptional leadership. So thank you so much for your partnership. Thank you to the Super Salvi, where's David Giron, who helps to always make sure that we are doing right by the community here as well in council chambers. But thank you so much for always just bestowing your incredible friendship. I'm really grateful to each of you. We've been, so many of us have enjoyed great friendship for so many years, and I'm incredibly grateful for it. But really appreciate the ability to continue our partnership together to make sure the needs of all of our really dynamic, rich, and diverse Latino communities are met in Los Angeles. So thank you again.
Thank you so much, Ian.
Felicidades.
Thank you, Yo-Yo. Thank you, Tomeo. Thank you, Kat.
Thank you so much. Back to you, Mr. Blumenfield.
Thank you so much.
To Sister Cityhood, to El Salvador, please accept this token
My
of
internet or
appreciation.
your internet? Oh, please expect. They gave him the O-Peachy folder. Ah, you think they're angry that they didn't get the frame? Man, all those people just won and you couldn't give them the frame, huh? Did they get a frame? Does anybody remember if they got a frame on Wednesday? I want to say she did. That way she's going to be like, well, wait a minute. On Wednesday,
Congratulations again.
They gave me a framed one. I come back Friday, and I get the O-Peachy
And good
folder.
to see you again,
Cunt
Carlos.
ramen noodle.
I won't tell everybody that you told me the best pupusas
Oh, there
on
he
Vernon
is.
and
There's
Western in
fucking,
the 8th
look at
District.
him. Look at him.
I
That's
won't make
Mr.
that a part
Herman,
of the
cunt
record.
ramen noodle.
All right, now we will go to public comment. I'll ask now that the rules and procedures for public comment are read aloud for the hearing of the public and the record.
That's crazy.
Thank you,
Cunt
Mr.
ramen
President.
noodle.
As indicated on the
Jesus.
agenda, members of the
Killing
public
me over
wishing
here,
to
bro.
offer public comment should
Died
call
right now.
669.
Wanna call in, guys? There it is.
669-254-5252 and use
669-254-5252.
meeting ID number 160-535-8466 and then press pound. Then press pound again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you to press star 6 to unmute. Let me repeat, call 669-254-5252 and use meeting ID number 160-535-8466 and then press pound. Then press pound again
Call
when prompted
in
for participant
right
ID.
now.
Once admitted into the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you to press star 6 to unmute.
To people providing public
It's funny
comment,
how stupid
when
they
it is
are,
your
yet they
turn to
could just
speak,
record that
either
and
at
just
the
push
podium
play and do
or on the
something else.
phone,
Have a sip of
please
coffee.
state which of the
Same with this
agenda
guy.
items you would like to speak to, and/or whether you would like to provide general public comment. You will have 1 minute per
Rose hair's
item,
looking all right
up to
today.
2 minutes total, because there are only
Didn't fall
2
asleep in
items
the Prius.
open for public
Shout
comment.
out to Fantastic Sam for
And
keeping him
if
looking
you wish,
slick.
1 minute for general public comment. Please speak to the items before beginning general public comment. We will tell you when your time is up. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on
Yeah,
topic.
man, he's a fantastic
Our
Samer.
goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you are not on topic, or if we cannot tell whether you are speaking on topic, you will get one brief warning from me or the president. At that point, you need to get immediately and clearly on
That
topic.
Monster Taco almost
If you
came
do not
back
do
up.
so, or if you again stray off topic, you will forfeit the rest of your speaking time, and we will move on to the next speaker. The items open for public
didn't
comment
take his
are
Beano.
18 and 19. So again, you
Beano
have
right
up to 2 minutes total
You guys told me that
for
stuff
the items
worked.
that are open for public comment, and that's 1 minute max per item. You may, of course, speak to any of the other items or anything else in the city's subject matter jurisdiction during your 1 minute of general
from you
public
guys
comment.
today. He's a
For
little
members of the public
standoffish
calling
this
in,
morning.
when it is your turn to speak, an automated message from Zoom will prompt you to press star 6 to unmute yourself. If you do not do so, council staff will prompt you once more. At that point, you need to immediately unmute yourself, or unfortunately, you will forfeit your time and we will have to move on to the next caller. Finally, because of a brief time delay between the live meeting and the broadcast, 2 things are important. First, while waiting for your turn to speak, please keep an ear to the phone so you know in real time when it is your turn to press star 6 to unmute yourself. Second, if you're listening to this meeting on another device, please turn down the volume on that device.
Oh, homie went down for the count right now. He came zooming down there. Look at him. He's all slow now. This guy right here, closest to my finger.
Continue to listen on your other devices. Thank you.
And he fell over again. He's right there. He just fell again.
With that, we will
Look at him.
begin
He's laid out.
comment. We'll call
Look
it
at him. He's
a
laid
few
out. There he
minutes
goes, trying to get up
line
again.
on the left side of
He's
the
like, fuck
auditorium.
this shit, man. Fuck snowboarding. I'm just going to
in
stand
order
up.
after
Look,
your
took
name
off his
and
board. There
phone.
he goes walking up. I'm out of here, bro. Fuck
Megan
this place.
Kelly,
That's me,
Marlene
bro.
Vaneska, Shannon Marty.
That's me.
Ian Jameson, Heather Wilson.
Ah, man. I love that homeboy robot dog called him Mr. Potato Head.
Good morning.
Yeah, a
Could you
little.
please remind us
look,
of the name that
can
you
see most of the. Look, it's all dirt there. Same resort.
Party, and I have a
Snow
general
Summit,
public
by the way.
speaking.
Okay, so you have 1
So
minute.
they've opened it up early.
Hi.
They're making
Today
snow.
I'll be talking about how I think that smoking should be banned in Los Angeles. Smoking pollutes not only our air but also our ocean. All the cigarette butts fall into the ocean and make it so disgusting. There are animals in the ocean too, so they eat the cigarette butts, then choke and die. Do you want to know a fun fact? Well, research shows that 4.5 trillion cigarette butts are thrown in the ocean every year. Cigarettes don't have any benefits. All those cigarettes do is make people sick and then die. So this is why I think we should ban cigarettes in Los Angeles.
Kind of true. She's right. I don't know about the banning of it. I mean, again, that's pretty anti-American, I guess. But yeah, I mean, there really are no benefits to it other
Good
than
morning.
it being a
If you
stimulant.
could-
You're addicted
If you
to
could
it.
please remind us
You
of the
need
name that you
nicotine.
signed up under and the items you would like to speak on.
Marlene Fonseca, Executive Director, EAA, General Public Comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute.
The work of 6,000 EAA members is imperative to the continuity, success, and growth of this city. No one classification in this city is more important than the other. No employee in this city is paying less for food and gas than another. We all deserve a fair contract comparable to those recently given. We maintain the safety of this city together, and we're all struggling with vacancies, retention, and heavy workload. Housing the homeless, collaborative community planning, keeping arts alive in communities. These things keep a city safe.
She is eating.
These are the things that EAA members do. We have 50% of the housing department, 80% of the planning department, 77% of cultural affairs, 44% of the personnel department, who does all the hiring of every city employee, who in turn provides every service to all of your constituents. We deserve a fair contract,
Speaker,
the same
your
as
time has
everybody
expired.
else.
Notice the difference between their mic and her. She's screaming into it. Too close. Oh, it's the Bernie shirt guy. I haven't seen him in a bit.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak on?
General public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment.
On Tuesday, November 28th, 2023, LAFD paramedic John Knox was fired for refusal to comply with the COVID vaccine mandate, despite the fact that we have no active COVID emergencies. I've been saying this for a year. We have lost a guy who saved lives because you guys are beholden to pharma. I'm trying to think of all the other cliches I can trot out again. You're all corrupt. You can all go fuck your mothers and the fucking mandate.
You can all go fuck your mothers.
As the next speaker comes up, we'll call out a few more names.
Ain't
Heather
seen him in a
Wilson,
minute, but he dropped a dime on him.
Jeffrey Easler, Flora Ramos, Emily Ballenbeck.
Go fuck your mothers.
Good morning.
Corrupt
If you could
fucking
please remind us of the name that you signed up
Oh,
under. and
Pickle
the
Dick's
items
in the
you would
front
like to speak
row.
on.
Of course.
Shout out
I
to
live in
Pickle
District
Dick.
1. My name is Heather Wilson, and I'm here to support the rodeo ban.
So you have 1 minute for general public comment.
Thank you, sir. Rodeos pride themselves on tradition. The following is an eyewitness account of a close relative who attended a rodeo in Flushing, New York. Our neighbor's kid, Ricky, was obsessed with horses and cowboys. So they took us to a rodeo where he could see real horses. I was shocked to see how the animals were treated. The calf roping was so upsetting to see them treated so roughly and thrown to the ground to be tied up. One incident I have never been able to erase from my memory was when a cowboy and a wild horse were released from the holding pen, and the horse just stood there and did not buck. The rider got off the horse and started kicking and beating the horse. That was the one and only rodeo I ever went to. This happened in 1949, but this could have happened last week. It's been over 70 years, and this woman is still haunted by what she saw. That woman is my mother. Rodeos are a timeless tradition of violence and cruelty. Support this ban, please.
They hate the horsies.
Good morning.
All right,
If you
good
could
morning. My name is Jeffrey Eisler. I've lived in CD4 since 2016, and I am speaking in support of the rodeo ordinance. Rodeo supporters say it's their tradition, their heritage. I grew up in the South, and that reminds me of the same arguments you hear in favor of the Confederate flag. Heritage, not hate, they say. In this case, it's heritage plus pointless animal cruelty. It makes me sad to think the same arena where I go to watch some of our city's brightest stars, the Lakers, the Kings, the Clippers, the Sparks, is also the home of animal cruelty in the form of the PBR Unleash the Beast series, where the stars of the show aren't athletes who inspire us all and also happen to earn millions of dollars, but animals who suffer endlessly their whole lives for nothing. I work for a corporate media company, and I'm generally discouraged and refrain from speaking out publicly about controversial issues. In this case, however, I feel very comfortable coming forward to say I strongly support the rodeo ordinance because there's nothing controversial about it. Thank y'all.
Speaker, may you please repeat your name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Jeffrey Eisler. Jeffrey with a G, Eisler with an I.
I didn't even know they did the rodeos at the Staples Center, the crypto arena.
Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name that you signed up under and the items you would like to speak on.
Good morning. My name is Flor Ramos, and I'm here to support the rodeo ordinance.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment.
Rodeos are dangerous for humans and animals. However, the animals involved don't get to choose whether they want to participate or not. The professional bull riders claim how much they love their bulls, but these claims cannot be true. When you love an animal, you do not sign their death certificate. A quote from a Beef Site article regarding bucking bulls states that those not making the grade are sold as feeder cattle at the sale barn. If rodeo cowboys loved their bulls, they would not dispose them like objects and send them away to be slaughtered. This is not love, this is violence, and I am respectfully asking the Los Angeles City Council to support the rodeo ordinance when it comes to a vote. Thank you.
As the next speaker comes up, we'll call a few more names. Elvia Sedano, Corey Mack, Christina Ku, Anita, Guadalupe Jimenez.
Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name that you signed up under and the items you would like to speak on.
Yes, good morning, council members. I live in Council District 15. My name is Emily, and I'm here speaking on behalf of support for the rodeo ban in front of you.
So you have 1 minute, and Speaker, if you could be...
Is it quiet now, guys, that I switched the cameras?
Thank you.
Sorry. Rodeos
Or
are
screens?
an archaic form of so-called entertainment centered primarily around forced participants. They're brutalized and tortured into submission, then slaughtered when they can no longer perform. These gentle beings have to be provoked into these wild, perfect behaviors in order to perform. All of these actions are tantamount
Quiet and
to
frozen.
animal abuse and animal cruelty, resulting in anti-rodeo legislation.
All right, so now I just have assholes and it's loud, it's soft, it's quiet. Let's just go back.
As livestock, and does not give the Animal Welfare Act a legal foothold. In our current and evolving culture, one has to ponder, why do we deem this persuasive or acceptable? What is holding LA back from following in the footsteps of our neighbors? Please support the rodeo ban. Thank you.
I don't know why it's doing that. It's just another thing that I need to figure out. Amongst a million others.
Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name that you signed up under and the items you would like to speak on.
Yes, good morning. My name is Elvia Sedano, and I want to speak on the rodeo ordinance.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment.
Okay, thank you.
Dancing in the aisle.
Charreadas, or Mexican rodeos, have 10 events. 2 involve horse tripping, manganas a pie o a caballo. This involves chasing a horse and having their feet lassoed, jerking a horse to a stop, usually making him or her crash or flip onto the ground. Due to the violence and cruelty, 13 states have banned horse tripping. California banned it in 1994. There are many other activities inflicted against animals that are just as cruel that also need to stop. Chasing animals and slamming them to the ground, twisting their necks, strangling them with lassos, forcing them to buck unnaturally. It is time for Los Angeles to pass this rodeo ordinance. Thank you so much.
Man, that just seems so goddamn loud, that horse. Let me try it again. A little better. Fuck, it seems so loud to me. I don't get it. Why it's so loud, quiet, loud. It's gotta
Good
be
morning.
something
If you
going
could
on
please
with
remind us of the name that you signed up under and the items you would like to speak on.
I'm Corey Mack, and this is for a general public comment, and I'm with CD13. I'm here to comment on the rodeo ordinance. I'm in favor of the ban of Blumenfield's ordinance. First of all, the U.S. Animal Welfare Act One of the only federal animal protection laws exempts rodeos from having to comply. Rodeos do not legally have to abide by these federal animal welfare regulations. Worse yet, federal laws to protect farm animals are almost non-existent. The Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association also permits animals to be confined up to 24 hours without food or water during transport to and from events. Animals only own one thing in this earth, and that is their lives.
Watch this guy.
What right do
Keep
we
an eye
have
on
to
him.
take
Keep an
that
eye on the
away?
blue.
Support
Oh.
the rodeo ban.
Uh-oh. He's going to need some help. He's walking, but he's going backwards. He's not moving anywhere.
We'll call a few more names. Mary Asarde, Dr. Critical Truthbe.
Critical Truth Bay. Look at him. Look at him. He can barely
Good morning.
stand
If
up.
you could please remind us of the name that you signed up under and the items you would like
Come on,
to
bro.
speak
You
on.
can do it.
Yes, my name
Oh,
is
oh,
Christina
oh,
Cruz.
don't fall.
I'm in District 5 and speaking on
There he
the
goes.
public
There he
comment.
goes. Look at him go. Look at him go.
1 minute for general public comment.
Hi, I'm a founding member of the Democrats for the Protection of
See, he should
Animals
stay along
and
the
a
wall.
charter club
Use the
within
wall.
Los Angeles County
And it's not
Democratic
be in the
Party.
middle where you can
And
get
we
ran
have
over by
organizations
somebody who
that
can't skip.
promote
Oh, you
rodeos
almost
and
fell.
rodeos
I know you
in
saw
Los
it.
Angeles.
I know you saw the
We
whip
actually
back.
endorse a lot of candidates
Oh, boy.
for their campaigns and
Use
some
the
of
wall
you
for
here at
stability.
City Council.
Stay along
And
the
so
edge.
we love
It's
to
best
work
for
with all
everybody.
city council members.
Really.
And there's something you might not know is that the Federal Animal
They should
Welfare
teach that.
Act actually exempts
'Cause
rodeos
the good skaters
from
never go to the
protection.
edge anyways.
It
They never wanna be
provides
over there.
animals.
The ice is
Some
not
states
very
have
good.
exempt rodeos from
Ice
their
is better in the center than in the
anti-cruelty
edge.
statutes, while other states defer to Professional
Ice is
Rodeo
slippery.
Cowboy Association
But,
regulations to judge whether cruelty has occurred. So what's happening here is that the system is blatantly
what it does is
corrupt because
it
it's
deflates your
creating a
ego.
conflict of interest.
You're an adult.
And we have rodeo
little kids flying by
associations
you.
monitoring themselves, which does not work. And that's why we're hoping you all can help and ban such cruel and violent
Speaker,
acts.
your time has expired.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's usually you're going to go the
We'll
other
call
way.
a
but
few more names.
Sometimes they do
Rolf
that.
Parks,
in order to help teach people to
Shaniqua,
skate both ways.
Megan
You learn to
Kelly.
cross over both sides instead of just going
Good
one
morning.
way.
If you could please remind
You know
us
what I
of the
mean?
name that you
So
signed
that's
up under
another
and the
reason
items
why
you would like to
some,
speak
some
on.
do it.
Hi, I'm Megan Kelly. I live in CD 14, and I'm here to support the rodeo ban.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment.
Okay. As a constituent of District 14, I want to express my support for the proposed ban on rodeos in Los Angeles. The endorsement and submission of 2 community impact statements from CD 14 in both downtown and Eagle Rock clearly shows our community's desire to see rodeos banned from the city. These statements, backed by a resounding approval of their respective boards, underscore the shared belief by myself and my neighbors that the suffering endured by rodeo animals has no place in our city. It is 2023. It is imperative that we shed the vestiges of archaic, barbaric entertainment. I call upon the City Council to heed the
Here he
voices
comes.
of our community members as represented in these impactful statements
making
and to
it.
enact this
Do it, bro.
ordinance to ban rodeos in LA. In the wise
He's
words
ice
of
walking.
Cesar Chavez, only when we become nonviolent towards all life will we have learned to live well ourselves. Thank you.
See, the fucked up part is too is you most people want to go learn
Good morning.
ice skating,
If you
then
could
they
please
give you
remind
ice
us of the name that
skates,
you signed up under
not
and the
hockey
items you
skates.
would like
It's
to
better
speak
to
on.
learn in hockey skates
Good
how
morning.
to ice
My
skate
name is Anita, and I am
because of
speaking
the toe
in support
pick.
of the rodeo
Toe pick's
ordinance.
gonna catch you.
Okay, so you have 1 minute
Which
for
is
general
for an
public
ice
comment.
skater.
In our society, farm animals are often referred to as livestock as they're commonly used for food and entertainment. They're viewed as commodities rather than individuals who feel
huh?
pain and suffering, just like us. The Animal Welfare Act and numerous state laws even exempt them from protection. Rodeo animals are usually categorized as livestock and are treated as such. This is why individual municipalities need to pass legislation to protect these animals, because right now they have zero protection from animal cruelty. Severe injuries and even deaths occur frequently in arenas, and the time is now for us to change it. Several other cities in California already have rodeo bans, such as Laguna Woods, Chino Hills, Pasadena, and Irvine. It's time for Los Angeles to be next. Thank you for your time.
Hi, Jan and Jim. I agree because a lot of people look at cities like mine and say this is the pinnacle, this is the top. So if they're doing it, we need to do it, especially if they're on the same side of the aisle.
Good morning. If you could
Only
please
makes
remind
sense.
us of the
Only
name that you
makes them
signed up on
stronger.
and the items you would like to speak on.
Seems like they back each other's play.
I am Investigator Rolf Parks of the Background Investigation
it.
Division of the Los Angeles Personnel Department, and I'm here to just talk in
Parks?
general.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment.
The Background Investigation Division consists of background investigators, clerks, and civilian oversight case managers. We are all members of the Engineers and Architects Association. We perform a very vital function to the city because we do all of the background investigations for police officers, firefighters, park rangers, and others. Presently, we are understaffed in all areas of our division, and we're going to need your help. We need your help to take care of us, not only
Ice walking.
but we need
That's not skating. That's walking.
hire people.
That's ice walking.
Retain people. We need to recruit people.
Looks like he's walking
We
through
need to do
mud.
this. If we're going to meet your goals for your 2028 World Olympics,
Let's wait for the homie.
presently we're not going to get
There's
there
the homie in the red.
from where we're at right now. So we're going to need to increase our staff, and we're going to need a good.
And you
wage
said this would be fun, and there'd be hot chicks everywhere.
would commensurate to get that hiring in effect. Thank you.
Dude's gonna be so sore tomorrow. He is gonna be so sore. His calves, his quads, his hamstrings, all that jazz, son.
Good morning. Which items would you like to
Free
speak on?
Palestine. I signed up as Ace Guadalupe Jimenez. Can you tell me what items are available for comment, please?
So the only items that are open for public comment are 18 and 19.
18 and 19? Alrighty. I'll take all available items and
up.
general public comment for
So
200.
You have 2 minutes for the
For
open
200,
items.
Alex.
That's up to 1 minute per item and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items.
What's up,
Thank
Jay?
you very much. Number 18. It's a parcel map. $9,064 for processing a parcel map.
There's Spindler.
That would probably keep me sustained for like at least half the year. I've cut my diet down to pretty much water and basic meals, probably like twice a day. So $9,000 to somebody that makes $210,000 might not seem like a lot of money. And it might seem like it's just a uniform fee you can tack on to track maps and parcel maps and whatever without explaining to the public even once how that fee gets there. You know, when you do it in a committee where the people can't even call in or virtually attend properly, you know, a lot of people are going to be disillusioned and they won't know why something costs $9,000 without you explaining it. So, you know, have a little more respect for yourselves and the public regarding that. Item 19 is an environmental impact report. Addendum and related California. Oh, is that CEQA findings? That's interesting. I thought CEQA wasn't a thing no more or something. I don't know. Y'all have done exemptions for every little development you like for whatever buddy you have. And CEQA exemptions pop up all the time. I'm surprised we're even wasting time with this CEQA report.
What about
for
the
what?
Quimby fees?
Who knows? I don't even know. Maybe whoever is a developer involved here, you guys have like a little petty beef with or something. Maybe they stole your parking spot or, you know, cut in front of your line at the water fountain in school back in the day. Because usually you guys exempt people from CEQA evaluations and reports and all that shit. So I wonder why this development or this project or whatever, this hotel development, all this, to establish a uniform conditional use permit requirement for hotel development projects. I heard a lot of people come in the past few weeks talking about the difference between short-term rentals and big hotels. It seemed like that fell on deaf ears. So at least you guys are maintaining the CEQA
General
reports,
public comment?
I guess.
Me too, Ian.
General public comment. A police officer once told me one man's terrorist is another man's hero. I still believe that. That was something I couldn't believe he said that to me, and it really inspired me. I wonder if all the Jews that came in this week speaking ill of Israel, were they committing hate crime, city council? Because you made it so that it was considered a hate crime to criticize Israel. So are they a bunch of hate crime activists? Hugo Soto Martinez is probably the most out of touch here if he truly is a renter. If any of you guys are renters, because in order for your rent to even be 10% of your salary, it'd have to be like 20 grand. And I don't know where the fuck you rent an apartment for 20 grand. So talk about out of touch. You're lucky that we're so pacified. You mentioned the death squads, but not much about how America had a lot to do with that. Really, really interesting. The religion of America, the anti-capitalism. You know, it's not even anti-communism, really. It's just anti-criticism of capitalism. It's really a shame.
Hi, Terry. Hopefully you're feeling better. Hopefully it's passed you by. I bombed the shit out of myself, so I felt good a couple days later. Is
Good
that
morning.
50 guns?
Which items would you like to speak on?
Good morning, Candido Maris 1881, who has denied all of November public
Pity gun.
speaking on the phones except for one time. I would like to speak on all items because this is the only time I get to
Oh,
speak.
Mr. Candido,
and
you have
public
2
comment,
minutes.
sir. Why don't you let me finish? You asked me a question. I will speak
So,
on
Mr.
all
Candido,
items.
you have 2
and-
minutes for the items, up to 1
hot.
minute per item. That's items 18 and 19, and 1 minute for general public comment.
How about
So
20? How
you
about
have
20?
Item number 20 is a part of a special meeting, and there will be a separate public comment for that.
Thank you, sir.
Please begin with the items.
Item 20, when I tried to call in on the redistricting, and item 18 is about mapping, I wanted to just thank Mrs. Rodriguez. I heard some great comments from her. I said, okay, now I think this woman can be mayor one day. I said she's focused, and I think she's headed in the right direction. But mapping and redistricting, I love the comments that were made. Ms. Padilla, she was outstanding in her comments. Again, this is something that we really need to take a look at. And I want to say something. You know, Mr. De Leon, you were part of that, but you know what? I forgive you, and I think you've come a long way, and you've proven yourself to be an honorable man. Honorable
At least you
man,
figured it
and
out.
I look
Glad
forward
you're
to
feeling
supporting you, sir. All right.
Right before Christmas.
Well, I mean,
At least you got it out of the way. so you
item
can-
19,
good
the
for New
hotel.
Year's and
Ladies
holidays.
and gentlemen, I'm driving down here and I see this beautiful skyline, right? I've been here for 51 years and I've seen it spread. And what is it? Hotels, businesses. And then I thought, wait a minute, the city council's trying to screw with that. What do you want to do? You want to put homeless people in every damn hotel, ruin the economy of downtown. There are other areas you folks can look at. DWP has properties throughout the city. Okay? The homeless don't control this city. You do. So why don't you start doing what's right for the public, for the people that work hard, the people that pay their rent, pay their mortgage, try to send their kids to school, try to keep them safe. Why don't you focus on that? It's time you change your paradigm. It's time that you take care of all the people of the city of Los Angeles. Let's go on to public comment.
Okay, general public comment.
Tuesday, I watched as the Jewish community came here and they said they wanted the war in Israel to stop. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, why is it always the Israelis that are guilty? Let's take Hamas. They planned. They were criminals. They were plotting to do what they did, and they killed, and they raped, and they murdered. And yet, yes, I think too many Palestinians, etc., have died. But let's put some of the blame where it should be. And to my Jewish brothers and sisters, I don't care if I'm 71 years old. If it ever comes to the time when we have to go to war together, I will stand by you, the 12 tribes of Israel and the tribe of the Navajo and the Apache, because, again, we're all brothers and sisters. And you guys can deny me public comment. Mr. Bloomfield, I was a little disappointed because you've never denied me, and yet the other day you denied me, sir. And I've become very,
Speaker,
think of
your
you very
time has
highly.
expired. Next
You've
speaker.
impressed me.
Get him, Candido. Old 50 guns. Got to give him some applause for that one.
We'll call a few more names. Salam Nadi Casanova.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak on?
Well, you only give me 2 items, so I can only speak on general comment only.
So you have 1 minute for general public comment.
Right, so actually my general comment is exactly about you, only you, because last time when I was speaking, you are accusing me of out of topic, but what I'm learning in my college class is during a public speaking opportunity, I am allowed to comparison from one agenda to another agenda. I'm allowed to make some references regarding whatever the previous motion she did, and I'm allowed to compare whatever council member against another council member. I'm allowed to provide an example to demonstrate and illustrate my point However, when I'm doing all of those, that which is I learned from my speech class, you and then the Korean told me I'm out of comment, and then you shut me down, and then you move me to directly to general public comment. I disagree with you because I'm doing everything what I learned from the college. I am not out of the topic. So next time, I really wish that you can respect my comment.
I'm top player hater from Korea. You bitches better recognize.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak on?
Fucking love them.
Hi, Nati Casanova. I live in CD 14, and I'd like to speak about the rodeo ordinance.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment.
Okay.
Awesome.
I've been up here a lot for the past couple months, and I've come to speak about this many different ways. The community wants the rodeo ordinance passed, not just because it helps protect the neighborhood from, being subjected to violence. It's just the right thing to do because cruelty to animals is not, it's not admissible anymore at this time. It might be a tradition here for a little while, but it hasn't been here for a long while, and it definitely is not an excuse to continue doing it. Animals feel pain, they feel emotions, fear, they suffer at these events, they get killed. It's horrible. We have many other ways to entertain ourselves, and we should be moving forward into the future to create a kinder community and not include animals suffering as a way to entertain ourselves for a few hours. So please, vote to ban the rodeos.
David H. Thank you so much, David H. for the dono.
Next speaker.
We'll call a few more names. Herman, Greenspan, Arnold Sachs.
Whoa. We're about to get a fucking all-star lineup coming up after these three. Viewer discretion is advised now. Before we hear any of those three,
if you could please
viewer
remind us
discretion
of the
is
name that you
advised.
signed up under and the items you would like to speak
Put your
on.
earmuffs on if you're fucking
Salam,
sensy.
But I forgot which item. The safety one, about the safety. The safety one.
So
Regarding
the items that are open for public comment are 18 and 19. One of those is a map track, and one of those is about the pending hotel ordinance. So if you'd like to talk about safety, I think I'll give you 1 minute for general public comment.
Okay, I think we made a mistake. Okay, so I have papers for you. I cannot.
What is she doing? She's setting up a whole diorama?
If you have things that you would like the sergeants to would you like to hand some items
Half
to the
her
sergeants
minute's
to
already
disseminate
gone.
through the council?
You better hurry up. Better hurry up. Oh, Pickle Dick, everybody. Pickle Dick in his new mask.
The president, the other one.
Somebody crying? Sounded like somebody was crying. I couldn't hear. I don't know. Maybe they just decided to pull her
Okay,
to the
next speaker.
side and help her out. Sometimes they actually feel sorry and have to do something, so they'll stop feeling bad for themselves.
Good
for the
morning. Which
moment.
items would you like to speak on?
Oh, here we go.
All items in general public comment.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes for the items. That's 18 and 19, and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items.
Okay, Mike Greenspan. Let's buy a subdivision in number 18. It doesn't even cost $10,000, just $9,064, and you buy a subdivision, and then you just ruin the landscape, ruin everything else, bulldoze all the trees, and then you have a development. Well, when you have the development, will people be able to afford the housing? Probably not. The very rich. So you'll probably have houses that might end up in foreclosure and everything else. So let's buy a subdivision. The developer takes the money and run, and we have a scar left in the community of foreclosed homes and things like that. Lies, false promises, everything that comes associated with it. After all, that's what happens. That's part of the building game. Now, let's talk about the homeless issue and the hotels. There's a word in this thing on 19, and I want to call your attention to it. The word is called voluntary. Let me read the context of it. About replacing housing requirements relating to the loss of dwelling units resulting from hotel development projects, a voluntary housing program. Well, you know and I know voluntarily means they don't have to. And these are probably hotels that you're replacing that are has-been hotels that were maybe great in the 20s or 30s or 40s. But folks, you really want to put the record ball to them and build bigger, better things, Hiltons, Sheratons, Mandarins, and everything else, and their suites. And do you think that when the Rose Bowl comes, they're going to be having the homeless in there? Get out, because it's time for the paying people to come in with the big bucks and the jacked up prices. And one other thing, who ate all the pussy? Now.
General public comment?
Okay. Good old Mayor Grandstand on the homeless issue. Yes, she is great. Goes to Washington, kind of like Mr. Smith goes to Washington, but this time it's Mayor Grandstand, to get some more vouchers. I guess a version of Little Red Riding Hood. And then, to top it off, she holds a conference here in L.A.
Both of them.
With other cities. I mean, after doing such a great job here, she wants more vouchers and everything else, unused things that have gone back to Washington, funds and everything else. And Mr. Herman tried to get an unhoused friend housed. Well, what happened? He called up Mayor Bass's office. Eduardo jerked his dick. That's what happened, folks.
So, Mr. Greenspan, those signs are too large under the current council rules, so please do not hold them up.
Okay, Circle K, I gotcha, but they're fun because he jerked his dick. Thank you.
He's even having fun with it. Eduardo jerked his dick. Shout out to Eduardo.
We'll call
Eduardo,
a few more names.
I got to tell you, bro, you got to put your cock away, man.
Andy, Dr. Truthbay.
We don't want to see
Maria
your cock
Sarde,
no more,
Stacy,
man.
Andrew Graebner, Barry, Salam, Abrona.
So, Mr. Spindler, I need you to not be singing while we are taking public comment. So this is your first formal warning. Please do not sing while they're trying to read out the names. Yes, so you have 2 minutes for the items, up to 1 minute each. That's for items 18 and 19 only.
Your discretion
and 1 minute
is
for general
advised.
public comment.
No, I
Please
wanna
begin
speak
with the
on
items.
all items. What do you mean 18 and 19 only? I have a right, a constitutional right to speak on both items. All items. Of
The only items that are open for
And
public
on
comment
agenda
are 18 and 19. So you have
That's
2
right,
minutes
and
for
I
the
wanna speak on the
items
special
and
20.
1 minute for general public
Yeah,
comment.
and the special as well, sir.
Please begin with the items.
Don't tell me what to do. I am the sovereignty of
Where's
this
Lonnie? I
community.
haven't seen
So
Lonnie.
this is your last warning.
and you
Please
gotta
speak to
listen.
items 18 and 19 or
Yeah.
I'm going to move you to general public
I
comment.
can't believe this shit. Communication from the city engineer. I can't believe the final map parcel, the map under LA 74990 located at South Gramercy Place. I can't believe this shit off of 15th Street. I recommend, as the sovereignty, as I said earlier, that to approve this map, this nigger has to tell the people why. And the South Gramercy Place off of 15th Street, sir, am I on topic? Am I on item 18 still? Do I still
So,
get my
Mr.
2
Herman,
minutes?
you've exhausted your 1 minute
under
for
or
item
over
number
25.
18. Please move
Under
on to
over
item number
25,
19.
guys.
Item number 19, since I've exhausted item 18. Once again, hotel development projects. What the fuck is going on with Carrot Bass that we cannot satisfy what we're losing in America? We need the support of Kevin DeLeon.
So, Mr.
these
Spindler, or
issues
Sorry,
regarding
Mr.
the
Herman,
housing
you've been warned multiple times to be on topic. You are not on topic for item number 19. So I'm going to move you to general public comment. You have 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin.
I wanna find romance. I start to dance, and I vote 2 times
Spindler.
in a boogie boogie wonderland for Kevin DeLeon. All the love in the world can't be wrong. All of the world can't be wrong. All of the love in the world can't be gone. I find voting for Kevin DeLeon. I ask your support to vote for Kevin DeLeon for the reason I find Kevin DeLeon for real. election is 'cause I brought my boogie woogie shoes and my nice shawl to dance for you. Viva! Vote for the elections of Kevin DeLeon. Fuck the Black Sambo and fuck the city attorney too.
Mr. Herman, your time has expired. Next speaker.
So fucking crazy. Under or over, guys?
We'll call it one more name, PYT.
What?
We have now called all the names.
Wait,
if you would
huh?
still like to speak, please make your way
Wait.
to your left side of the
No,
room.
that's bullshit.
Thank you.
You called Sachs. He didn't come up. Spindler's
We're
in
gonna
there. You
close
didn't call
public
him.
comment after this
Andrew
comment.
Gravener's standing right there. That's under or over.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak on?
Playing.
Item 19, public comment. We're all general, but...
Isn't Stacy
So you
there
have 1
too?
minute for item 19
Boy.
and 1 minute for general
Quit
public
playing.
comment. Please begin with the item.
Fucking around.
Okay, so the hotel ordinance, as far as getting the requirements needed for it, you have to listen to the hotel owners, and what happened with Project Roomkey was a disastrous failure. Most importantly, I think there needs to be a little more care and compassion when it comes to the homeless population. I deal with a lot with the homeless youth, District 8, District 14, primarily Kevin DeLeon. There are
Thank you so much,
undocumented
Kim.
families right now that need their citizenship, just basic stuff. Black families to stop sleeping in their cars. So when I send the RFP to your staff, they have a due diligence to do the basic, not to delay, deny, ignore, and then don't have a solution. It is egregious. It is insulting. It is embarrassing every time to have intelligent black women to come to this space where there's not many of us to do the right thing and fill out applications, tons of paperwork, only to have your staff
General public comment.
not even follow up with the basic response on why they're not funded. So at this point, we ask that you train the youth. They want a resource center. They want 3D animation. They want to do podcasting. I'm tired of seeing 5 or 6 year olds twerking to Pound Town because there's nothing more serious in their area. District 10, Lemert Park.
Pound Town.
We have to have resources for our families. I mean, absolutely nobody's listening today. It's okay. We just buried a 30-year-old this morning in South LA who was shot at a poker game at his sister's house. Tony Briggs' brother from the Briggs family. Generations in South LA. I just want Denise Jackson to respond with a damn email. I need your staff to be respectful. They represent you. You're the elected official, and when your staff doesn't follow through protocol, it makes you look bad. Let's do better, LA. Let's do better. Thank you.
Yeah. Under or over 25. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Let's see. I signed up for 19 and general comment.
Ooh.
Okay, so you have
We'll
1
keep-
minute for item number 19 and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the item.
All right. 19 is related to letting the housing and house people in hotels. So I wonder if those hotels are going to be like the Inside Starving program, where they're all in like cheap motels with no blankets or food, and all kinds of serious restrictions that make it really difficult for them to live there, or if they're actually going to be, provide housing, provide services, and all that stuff. So yeah, so they're just because the Inside Starving program there's been all kinds of issues. So I hope that this is going to be better than that. I think it's a ballot measure, so but yeah. So yeah, let's see. Let's move on to general public comment.
Okay.
Surprised you still have your bar license after your stuff on Wednesday, Grote. Advising the council to violate the law and not stepping in to stop them from violating the law. Let's see. We have, but yeah, Kevin needs to go. Most of you need to go. You really, let's go ahead and read a quote from your second favorite neighborhood council member, Jamie York. Let's see, where is it on here? talking about how you prevented people from giving public comment on Wednesday when you on the redistricting item. She said if a neighborhood council did this, we would be forced to redo the vote by the city attorney at a future meeting. So you're going to force them to redo the vote so that it doesn't run into legal issues, or are you going to let Krikorian just sneakily kill it?
Ooh, just under 21 in 2 minutes. Man.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak on?
All items and general public comment, and I just want to ask for you to invite Salam back up because she had an asthma attack while she was up here and was unable to speak. And per the ADA, you need to make accommodations for
Please start her
disabilities.
time. So thank you.
Did you hear that, Marquise?
So
there's
you have 2 minutes for the items.
There's a
and 1 minute
disabled
for general
person who
public
needs
comment.
to speak
So
who was
please begin
denied
with
comment.
Items number 18 and 19.
So you should invite Salam back up to speak, please. That's ADA
again,
requirements. That has nothing to do with laws here. You have to make accommodations for disabilities. She had an asthma attack. Let her come speak. So item 19 is there's some needed problems being addressed here. I do not like the police permit requirement. We need to clamp down on short-term rentals. We need to make sure that we're not placing tourists and wealthy visitors and their needs above the needs of people who live and work here. But I don't think that inserting the LAPD into any system has ever improved it or made it better or safer. So maybe we can move to amend this item or continue it because police permits are not going to help. Even though I don't like the party houses, I don't like the unregulated hotel operations, the police are just not going to help. Historically, datically, that's not going to work. Item 18 is a parcel map. They like to say the devil is in the details, but angels live in this city. And I want to thank personally Brock Landers for reaching out to me and sending me a nice message yesterday. Like I said, this is very detailed and specific, devil's in the details. I do believe angels still live in this city, though. So I'll go ahead and move on to general public comment. It's the most important time of the year. The stakes of the upcoming city election have been made quite clear. We must purge all of these grifters from here. I need signatures to qualify for the ballot from voters in District 4. DM me, email me if you want to help me. I still need a few hundred more. It's the most important thing we can do. If you want me continuing dancing and singing, I'll need help from you. Tonight at 5, come to Whole Foods, the Ventura and Tyrone Whole Foods. Sign for me at Whole Foods in Sherman Oaks.
Yeah, I gotta
See you at Whole Foods on Ventura Boulevard if you want to sign for me. Thank you.
I gotta get a link to
And
that list.
before
so
we move
can all
on, just to
sign up.
clarify, so immediately after the speaker that was referenced, that appeared to be struggling with the public comment, we did inquire with the sergeant to see if she is okay. So if she would like to speak again and is able to, then she can come up. Yes. Good morning.
Hey, Brian,
which items would you like to speak
Africa
on?
Town. Africa Town.
So you have
focus on LA County and California, the black plight of African Americans. Talking about meet the city hall corrupt people here, the ones who worship developers and filthy rich banks. And I want to talk about the plight of the African American community on homes, about the banks. They foreclose on the African American homes in our communities all over the counties in the United States. You got 96,000 in Chase, 84,000 in Wells Fargo, 54,000 in Chase, Bank of America, about 96,000, 44,000 U.S. banks. Now we want to say that the gentrification is closing our 8th and 10th districts and all the 9 districts down. So we want to say, fuck the banks and keep our people off the streets and keep them affordable housing and low-income housing.
Yeah, Stinks is trying to get in the bathroom over there.
So, Camille Lewis, you have been warned multiple times already. So, this is your last and final warning that you have been in
Camille
violation of Rule 7 and Rule
BLM
12
lady.
of the Council rules.
Thank you for giving me a second chance. I'm sorry I had attack, that's why. I have a city council
Can't hear
member. Marcus is my city council member. There's no way we can reach him. He doesn't answer the phone. So I need help with that one. And so I try to bypass him, the president, and I leave a message. Nobody calls me. I try to reach Mayor Bass, nobody calls. But now I'm finding out the other day, they did try to call me, they have a record. I don't get the phone calls. So definitely we have communication problem. It's safety issue. Why did I come? A retired police officer attacked my daughter. She's disabled. And I don't know where he retired that officer. LAPD is trying to attack me, my character. Right here, you guys saw me only, this is my second time. He said, I have been here multiple times. No, I haven't. This is my second time. Don't lie. So we need, thank you.
Maybe they're confusing you for Booger Lady. I haven't seen Booger Lady in a while. She must be balling now. She must be doing good. More boogers on the wall. Her and her
Good morning.
kids
Which
taken
items
care
would
of.
you like to speak on?
Just public comment, Council.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Blumenfield, I'm a conservative Republican. I've always respected you up in Sacramento and so forth. But you have a problem employee named Simi Park. I was given legally a copy of her settlement agreement regarding that racism issue that she got, which was paid out $99,000. I've been outreached by a union member for her that has represented that they're going to sue me on having that document. First of all, it's a public document, and you need to make sure you tell that Miss Simi Park. I've had people sue me before, but there's something called an anti-slap. Have her go away. I'm just being very nice about it. You might want to talk to the council what an anti-slap is, but I've obtained public documents regarding the $99,000 claim against a black person that she did participate in. And unfortunately, you have to deal with it. Thank you, sir.
Oh shit, Mr. Spindler coming up.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak on?
Yes, good morning there, Mr. Potato Head. All items in general public comment.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes for the items 18 and 19. That's up to 1 minute per
Yes.
each, and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items.
Yes. So number 18, do you know anything about it? Well, let's see. It's a parcel map. Yes, let's just hope this time it's not shaped like a big uncircumcised cock like the last time. We don't want these type of maps. Maps are bad. Look at this, South Gramercy. What are you gonna build there? A bunch of affordable housing units? No, Heather Hunt will never allow that. It's gonna be market rate housing. And from the engineer. And who do we have here? Timothy Robbins. Is that guy that used to have all those motivational tapes? Timothy Robbins? Jesus Christ, I hope not. That was like 30 years ago, right? Yeah, and the prison term. Oh, yeah, and the fucking prison term? No, it can't be the same guy. No, never. And the surveyor, Demon Hill. Yes, fuck number 18, and fuck the city council. Number 19, we have the ordinance. Yes, this is the Paul Krikorian goat corruption ordinance on number 19. This is the one we don't get to vote on. I want to be able to register to vote. You know, like when I voted both in Wisconsin and over there in Atlanta for Donald Trump 7 times. I want to be able to vote 7 times for this, but you guys don't want it. And the best part is the fingerprinting requirement. Please, Kevin, don't let them get away with it. They're going to make databases on all of the hosts of the Airbnb. And then it goes to the LAPD, and they'll be running their records every 6 months, looking to blackmail them. And you don't want people to be blackmailed. You remember when you went over to James M. Woods over there in Union the last time that happened, right? But we won't discuss that. We're running out of time. I'll get to the public comment fucking period.
Okay. General public comment?
Yes. So my friend here got a disturbing phone call. Apparently somebody here on this horseshoe, was it Imelda? Or was it over there with Mr. Indicted felon over there? Apparently you're putting some heat on our team. So you're calling and you want the goat puppet to pull himself back. See, that's the way. You want me to pull back by taking a carrot and replacing it with a stick. Yes, it resulted in 1,140 pages of unnecessary paperwork, Bob. And you know what happens when Mr. Spindler comes to me and tells me about that. Oh, no. Yes, I was typing till 3 o'clock in the morning. I sent a lot of emails to Washington, D.C. and Sacramento, and one over to Las Vegas. I hope none of you have been gambling again. Have a happy fucking weekend.
Talking about homeboy at the end right there. Look, he's laughing. Oh, yeah, because he knows he done got caught by the Ethics Commission in Vegas. Mr. Sachs, let's get it.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak on?
Good morning, sir. I'd like to speak on 1819 public comment, and then on the second. Or is that later on? Is that after this?
So what we'll do is you have 2 minutes for the items 18 and 19. That's up to 1 minute per each, and 1 minute for general public comment. The public comment on number 20 is going to be separate in the actual special meeting.
Okay,
so
thank you.
Please begin with the items 18 and 19.
Meeting after this today.
Okay, so number 18 refers to the parcel map, L period A period. That's the most important part of this whole agenda. The periods. If you don't have the periods, you have la land. And I'm almost 9,000% positive that the federal government, the state government of California, of the state of California, does not represent law. They don't recognize law as a legal designation for the city of L period A period. That's Los Angeles. It's always been L period A period. There have been sneaky changes made by some of the city council members, and all of a sudden there's been a seismic shift to La Land. La Land is not the same as L period A period.
So, Mr. Sachs, you've exhausted your 1 minute on item 18. Please move on to item 19.
Speaking on item 18, the first line says parcel map L period A period. I'm explaining how important L period A period is. If you don't have the periods, you're not going to get federal dollars. And if you don't get federal dollars, that means the state of California will not give La County any more money.
La County.
The budget for this fiscal year is over $70 billion between the county of Los Angeles, the city, and Metro. And let's not forget, there are 2 metros. You need to have a way of negating one of the metros. You have an association and a corporation. It's all fucked up. Number 19 refers to the Environmental Quality Act. California Environmental Quality Act. I would point out number 6 refers to the California Environmental Quality Act number 1. Down below it says the state CEQA, state California, but it's not the same. It's the devil in the details. It just says a state. It could be the state of Arizona. It could be the state of stupidity. It could be the state of fucked up. It could be any state. It could be state of anxiety. That's the problem with CEQA. The first part refers to California, but the state doesn't refer necessarily to California. That's the real problem. You need to have robust discussions. You need to get some laser-like focus onto these agendas. You need to put up some fathead posters to cover up some of these graffitis. There's graffiti all over. There's trash all over. There's 68,000 homeless people. Mr. McCosker referred
Mr. Sachs,
to...
your time has expired.
That's 2 minutes. What about my public comment?
That was your public comment.
That's your public comment. We'll now move to electronic and telephonic testimony.
I fucking miss you.
First speaker. What items would you like to speak on?
L.A. It's the periods, bro. I feel you, bro. It's the periods that always get them.
Derek Previn from Studio City. I'd like to speak on the agenda and also a general public comment.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes for the agenda items that are open. That's 18 and 19, up to 1 minute per each, and 1 minute for general public comment. So please begin with the items.
Okay, well, I think a lot of people are really vocal about opposing this police permit requirement put on short-term rental people who, you know, are feeling like they don't want to be treated like a hotel and have to get involved with live scanning and police activity. And also, there's an argument that's been floated that I was reading about where, you know, the police are desperately overworked. There's a ton of overtime. They're torn in many different directions. And of course, we have some terrible protocols that are being worked out. But this is going to create more paperwork for police officers. I mean, kind of a crazy idea with this. I mean, isn't there a different way to do it than to have cops acting like clerks? I don't know. I find it very, very fishy. And frankly, you know, as much as I love the hotel community, I really want to stand with Unite
So,
here.
Mr. Previn, you've used your 1 minute for item number 19. Please move on to item number 18.
18?
Yes, correct.
You have some preference for 18? What was wrong with 19? You didn't like my remarks? Or is it about time?
So you've used your 1 minute for item number 19. So please move on to number 18, or I can move you to general public comment if you'd like.
All right, thank you. 18, to me, one less than 19, reminds me of Fallball in the good old days. These were the days when you could speak on the items. There's a special meeting today coming up as well, which I'm going to come back for. So I want to make very clear that I'm not excluded from the special meetings. I'm the special meeting man. And speaking of special meetings, I want to 3 cheers to Bob Blumenfield for stuffing 34 items on a special business budget and finance agenda on a Monday. It's so disgusting to do those kinds of things with all the FSR.
General public
John
comment?
Lee. Yeah, John Lee. So John Lee's got a lawyer named Nossaman and whatever. And now the city is asking that
John Lee,
the law firm, Nossaman or whatever, you know, get a waiver of conflict because they're representing John Lee in his deal with the Ethics Commission. Well, no. He should get a lawyer that doesn't have 15 items with the city of Los Angeles. 15 different conflicts. I mean, really, this smells to high heaven. And where the hell is Krikorian? You know, he comes in, he cuts it this way, cuts it that way, and then leaves the place in a shambles. I don't get it. I think that this is one of the most shameful things I've ever heard. And I'll tell you something, the redistricting nonsense, the idea that we're going to wait another 10 years thanks to Krikorian's tidying up, I hope that the ballot measure just collapses. And I want to issue, finally, an award to the most annoying voice of 2023, which goes to Tracy
Mr.
Park.
Previn, your time has
Mary
expired.
Next speaker. What items would you like to speak on?
Oh, dump Derek. Where's Brock? Where Brock at?
Yes, hi, this is Jason. I'm a smoker scan viewer.
Yes, we can hear you. Which items would you like to speak on?
Do y'all have like maybe 71?
I'm sorry, which items?
71.
So there is no item number 71.
71? Oh, you sure? 71, I mean, it's 69 with 2 thumbs up your ass.
Okay, so I'm not sure which item you'd like to speak on, so I'm going to give you 1 minute for general public comment.
That's mighty white of you, sir. Thank you very much.
Mighty white of you.
Anyway, my man Smoking Scan, we listened to the meeting and everything. Everything's going down, and, you know, it's kind of a cool meeting there. You know, you're talking about some good things, but I think the big issues been going on here, I guess, have been like the rodeo And I don't know if I can support that in the rodeo because, you know, how far are we going to go? Are we going with just rodeos? Or are we going to talk about rodeos and then we're going to move on to maybe something like, we don't want to get rid of something like maybe, maybe.
This
maybe other things because
caller is not discernible. I think we need to move on until this person gets their phone fixed.
Oh, that's fucked up. They dunked Jason.
not discernible.
Sorry, go
What the hell
ahead.
that
Please
means?
continue.
Oh, my bad. Anyway, I was saying maybe y'all just kind of not hearing well. Maybe I was turn on smoking scan. You might be able to hear me a little clearer there because, you know, we got good reception over there hearing y'all as y'all rambling going about this and that. But anyway, I was saying that, you know, we have the rodeo, which is kind of, you know, people have issues with that. You know, I don't know if anybody...
Caller, your time has expired.
Oh, shout out to Jason.
Next speaker. What items would you like to speak
So
on?
they purposely don't like what you're saying, hold you up, then your time's gone, and dunk you. That's how it works.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Which items would you like to speak on?
General public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment.
Yes, Lionel Morris speaking as an individual from the Sun Valley Area Neighborhood Council, here to call my disappointment with how the City Council and Ad hoc Committee on Governance Reform handled itself. I was monitoring the situation, and I believe that independent redistricting should be on the ballot. It should be done now, and the City Council should consider neighborhood councils when they're considering City Council expansion and redistricting, because we're the voices of our neighborhoods. We're the ones who are supposed to speak up for our community. So, you know, just like what Jamie York has said, if the neighborhood council done something wrong, we would have a redo vote. So the City Council should do the same. So I also want to congratulate Stacy for her wonderful public comment, and Mr. Richard and Candido. But yeah, I just hope that City Council will work with neighborhood councils as well as Fair Rep, Catalyst California.
Caller, your time has expired.
Thank you.
He's listening to himself.
Next speaker. What items would you like to speak on?
I was on, man. Good. I was on.
Yes, number 19 and general
Sounds like
public
Candido,
comment.
this guy.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for item number 19 and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the
Sounds
item.
like 50 guns.
Yes, just to give you the heads up, on Wednesday you hung up on me early, so don't do that again this time. Number 19, when you're going to have any kind of police interaction with the public, there's always money involved. You have a lot of senior officers about to retire and come back twice their salary 30 days out. Every time we have a system set up, there's always some way to corrupt it. I don't know about the city council. You guys should be catching it. It shouldn't be us pointing it out to you. Public comment. Going to public comment now.
Yes, go ahead.
The family McCourt, they have done nothing but rob the city of LA. Dodger Stadium, they own the parking lot. They do. And you want to give them a tram. That'll do nothing but generate more money for them, and somehow, even if they say it's not, there's nothing ever free in this world. But somebody in that city council, Paul Kokorian, must be in bed with these people again to create some kind of revenue for himself or for his constituents to make that tram happen. It faces nothing. Look at the price of parking at Dodger Stadium now.
$50.
You can't bring your family there. It's $45 for parking or so, and that's way before you raise the price of minimum wage. Don't let them fool you. It's self-serving.
Caller, your
They
time has
tore us
expired.
apart when they owned the Dodgers.
Next speaker. What items would you like to speak on?
Thank you so much, Wagon Train. Sorry I missed that. I appreciate you, Wagon.
Caller, are you there?
David.
Please press *6 to unmute.
I just did.
Yes, and which items would you
Hello?
like to speak on?
I like to speak on 19 and general public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for item number 19 and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the item.
Thank you. Okay. Good morning, Council. Item number 19. Why do we need a police permit for a hotel requirement? It doesn't make any sense at all. Because think about it. We have police permits for salvage yards to operate wrecking yards, to dismantle cars from wrecked vehicles and sell the parts off of them. There's police permits requirement for that. But what doesn't make any sense is why hotels? Why short-term rentals? Our city has been experiencing a surge of violent and nonviolent crimes. We could do better than that. We don't need to add in another fee, a police permit fee.
Talking about Stanks.
Just to operate a business in the city of Los Angeles.
General public comment?
It absolutely makes no sense. Am I in general public comment next?
Yes, you're in general public comment now.
Okay. See, this is the reason why people don't want to do business in the city of Los Angeles. It's because you guys have to throw in another requirement, a police permit fee, just to operate a short-term rental. And these short-term rentals are generating revenue for the city. And now the state of California, lawmakers passed a law where they're going to charge short-term rental owners a 15% occupancy tax just to rent their property out. It's just ridiculous. A fee that's going to be added for the short-term rental customer.
Already done, video guy.
This is why people don't want to do business in the city of Los Angeles, because everything is tax, fee. People are sick and tired of it. And when you start losing revenue, then you'll understand what people are talking about.
Caller, your time has
People
expired.
are sick and tired of all these fees that you guys are adding.
Next speaker. What items would you like to speak on? Speaker with the last four digits 1403, please press star 6 to unmute yourself.
Speaker with the last four digits 1403, this is your last opportunity to speak. Please press star 6 to unmute yourself. Next caller.
Next caller. What items would you like to speak on?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Which items would you like to speak on?
Michael Lobster. I would like to say a shout out to Smoke and Scan. Damon, I love you. And all the Smoke and Scan family.
Speaker, which items would you like to speak on?
I would like to speak at 19 and general public, but I want to tell you.
So you have 1 minute for item number 19 and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with item number 19.
Number 19, I'm going to talk about boogers on the wall. Boogers on the walls. That's what happens in hotels. You want police to come over and police boogers on the wall? Okay, general public.
Caller, this is not on topic, so this is your last opportunity. Please speak to item number 19, or I'm going to move you to general public comment.
I am on general public. I want to tell you what.
You have 1 minute for general public comment.
As far as the rodeo goes, Brock Landers is the #1 bull in California. You could ride Brock Landers for fucking hours and not get bucked off until he's finished. Thank you.
Fucking weird. Fucking Lobster, dude. He still hasn't made a separate account, huh?
Caller, which
Everybody
items
in
do
the
you need to
world
speak
has
on?
more than one account on YouTube, I thought.
After these stupid presentations, I'll speak on, from the sleazy council, I'll speak on 18, 19, and to Madam President sitting there, general public comment.
So you have 2 minutes for the items. That's 1 minute per item on 18 and 19, and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items.
Quiet. Item 18 by Heather Hutt, the final parcel map. This is by Hutt, is more corruption and probably more more Bakewell giveaway and favors for developers. The map should go southerly to 16th Street, not 15th Street. And Heather Hutt should not should receive a no vote on this motion because she is not a legitimate elected representative. I also demand a no vote on this item because indicted embezzler Price is allowed to vote by petty pink-faced Krikorian. Number 19, this is the more homeless generation by stupid, ridiculous, corrupt city council, the most corrupt government in the nation. Conditional use permit for hotel development projects. This is ridiculous motion to have the LAPD get in the residential permit business for renting out single-family residences via Airbnb. This ridiculous council recently authorized a $100 billion increase in police budget, but what do? Put them in the residential police business, permit business. By the way, voted yes by all the Uncle Toms, Dawson, the worst thing that's ever happened to the black community.
So, caller, I'm going to move you to general public comment. You've been given warning. So on general public comment,
Dawson's
you have 1 minute.
The guy in the blue sitting up top.
You didn't warn me, but
Brown and blue.
I'm already going to public comment, Mr. Potato Head. I'm sorry, Mr. Pumpkinhead. The black community has zero representation, 20% in sleazy council, only 9% of the population, 50% of the unemployed, almost 50% of the incarcerated, and 50% of the homeless. People, look at these clowns sitting here. What are they doing? Driving homelessness. Another 10% increase. Bass's $250 million Inside Safe program, only 255 people permanently housed. That's $1 million per person. $1 million per person. That's worse than they ripped us off for HHH. Increases of 10% in the homeless over last year. And what are they doing? These stupid presentations, trying to make you believe that everything's okay and all right. This is corrupt, incompetent.
Caller, your time has expired.
Hi, G. Yeah, it's funny.
Caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Good afternoon. This is Brock Landers, Los Angeles private detective.
Good afternoon. Which items would you like to speak on?
Out to Brock.
1819 in general public comment.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes for the items. That's 18 and 19, and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items.
All right, thank you. On 18, I agree with Mr. Sachs. Well, periods have created large messes for me. The periods are important. Think of how much better the world would be if Mr. Herman ended up as a period. 19, to answer Mr. Greenspan's questions, Brock Landers did, and he did it well. Dr. Brock Landers, PhD in Cunnilingus. Brock Landers is the president of Pound Town, if you know what I mean. General public comment.
General public comment, you have 1 minute.
Samoa, Brock Landers doesn't simp. On Wednesday, KDL said there was no melody here. I think that was a pretty low blow to direct at Stacy, our future city council member. To the people that are talking about the violence in the community, maybe we should start looking at why minority kids are killing each other in record numbers. Is it that riding a bull instead of an overweight Karen? Probably not. We need to look at why so many kids are growing up without fathers in the home. Speaking of fathers that people could learn a lot from, rest in peace, Papa Smoke and Scan. You did a tremendous job with your son. Whoever is calling Go Puppet, don't heat the tank. That's just mean and not a good idea. Mr. Sachs, reach out to Damon. We would love to get you on Smoke and Scan for an interview. And I think it's rough to say that Marquise is the worst thing to happen to the black community, especially, considering crack and how often, young black teens are killing each other. And I guess boycott Amazon.
Speaker, your time has expired.
I love Brock.
A law enforcement type of guy who is hired by people.
All right, that concludes public comment in person and on the telephone for the regularly scheduled meetings. What's before us now?
Mr. President, the council may now vote on items 18 and 19.
All right, items 18 and 19 are before us. Open the roll. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
All right, what's next?
Would council like to recess the regular meeting and go into a special meeting?
Yes, we will recess the regular meeting and go into a special meeting.
All right, so
Let's
there
call
are.
the roll.
All right,
Thank you,
so
Mr.
they've
President.
recessed
Blumenfield, De
the
Leon,
standard meeting.
Aristosen, Hernandez.
Now we're
Brett,
going into
Krikorian,
the special
Lee,
meeting,
McOsker,
which
Padilla,
again
Park,
now
Price,
allows the
Lawman,
public
Rodriguez, Soto
commenters to
Martinez,
come back and
Yaroslavsky,
comment,
13
as
members
we
present
already
in the quorum,
heard
Mr.
if
President.
you wanted. Mr.
All
Sachs
right,
being one of them.
what's before us?
And same with Eric
Item
Previn.
20 is an item for which public hearing has not been held. 10 votes are required for consideration.
All right.
Guys, I'm gonna feed Stinks real quick. I'll be right back.
Take public comment on this item. We will take in-person comments on this item. There's no general public comment allowed at this for a special meeting. I'll ask that we call the names of folks who have signed up to speak for the special meeting.
All right, so
Mr. President, if I may read the call-in instructions.
so maybe
Yes.
Also,
As
it's only
indicated on the
call-ins.
agenda, members of the public wishing to offer public comment should call 669-254-5252 and
recall
use
in,
meeting
I
ID
guess.
number 160-535-8466 and then press
Otherwise,
pound.
he's gonna go.
Then press pound again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you to press star 6 to unmute. Let me repeat, call 669-254-5252 and use meeting ID number 160-535-8466 and then press pound. Then press pound again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you to press star 6 to unmute.
All right, before we go to public comment, I want to see if we have any amendments to read into the record before we take public comment. Mr. Krikorian.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sound?
Thank you, Mr. President. On item 20, I'd like to make a kind of a technical motion. Item 20A, which has already been circulated. The change is simply to change the year 2023 to 2024 and to change the initials SLA to HLA in the initiative ordinance description.
All right, I'll second that.
The amendment has been circulated.
Yes, it's been circulated and seconded. We can now go to public comment.
And just to be clear, for just a reminder to everybody who's here to give public comment during this special meeting, you will have 1 minute for the item only.
All right, let's call the speaker names.
Herman, Greenspan, Barry, Arnold Sachs, Stacy Segarra Bollinger.
Does that conclude the list?
Spindler, Candido, Andrew Graebner. That's everybody.
Okay, so those names that have been called will come up to speak for 1 minute on item number 20, and then we'll close public comment.
So, Mr. Herman, I need you to get to the podium so we can start your time.
I'm
You have 1 minute
getting there,
for the
potato head.
item for the special meeting.
So, regarding the ass who made his amendments to 2024 HLA, the registered recorder says the pink-faced dick without delay to authorize the dickhead councilman chair right there, the darky, to propose the alternative letter. Well, I, being retarded under Measure Hotels, find the city of Los Angeles racist, fascist, dick-sucking cocksuckers, ignorant, belligerent assholes because
Mr. Herman, I need you to get on topic or you're going to forfeit your
I'm
time.
talking about the vacant hotel rooms, you fucking potato head. Let me finish. I am retarded. I'm just trying to do my job.
You continue to be off topic.
Second measure, hotel use for permit requirements from the...
And Mr.
That's your
Herman,
time.
time has expired. Next speaker.
Next speaker. If your name has been called, please be prepared to approach the podium.
No. Okay. Mike Greenspan? Now, oh boy. How much is this first measure going to cost everybody? City mobility plan, street improvement measures. Don't our taxes already cover that? Aren't the taxes high enough? I guess not. Well, you know, when you have to pay off corruption, bribery, and everything else, hush monies, whatever, it eats it away. And there's no money left for the project. That's typical in LA. And now, let's look at that second measure about the hotel land use, replacing housing and police permit requirements. More bureaucracy. Since when do the police have any idea what to do with hotels and permits? They can't do other stuff. They can't even build their stations. And now they want to get into other business when they can't even do their own. Who ate all the pussy anyway?
Oh, man, I missed it. Damn it.
You have 1 minute, Mr. Spindler, for the item.
That's right, yes. And again, this is Eunice's greatest moment, isn't it? Fingerprinting these filthy bastards, these fucking hosts. They're not hosts, they're terrorists. Yes, Airbnb must be eliminated. We must go back to the good old days, where you have somebody that you rent a room from, that especially
Mr.
in
Spindler, I believe you're referring to item number 19.
Yes, dummy.
Not item number 20.
The
only item open for comment now is item number 20. It's a part of the special meeting.
Mr. Pumpkinhead, isn't it about the Airbnbs being on the ballot along with the hotels? I think it was mixed in. Can I have my time back, you stole? That was a motion seconded by Kevin.
You've been asked to get on topic.
Yes, okay, nigger. So again, we will say, fuck this ordinance, fuck the city of Los Angeles, and fuck Airbnb in the fucking ass, and re-elect Kevin De Leon. Don't forget that. Put that in the motion.
I'm sure he loves it. All these people endorse him.
Good afternoon. You have 1 minute for the item.
Thank you, sir. Let's talk about the beautiful skyline and the great city of Los Angeles. You know, you guys are so lucky to represent this city. This issue should be on the ballot, but I think you're asking too much of the police. They have enough to do. You know, it's like when you guys here try to get the police involved in something that you guys might start, and then the public gets involved, and then what happens? You put the police between yourselves and whoever's causing the problem. Again, the motel, hotel, this is very important to this city, and please don't put so much restriction that we start to see that side of business falter. So thank you. I appreciate it, and you guys are very lucky to represent this city.
Next speaker.
Yes, L.A.
Good afternoon. So you have 1 minute for the item.
Yes, thank you again. So this ballot measure, will they be using the VAP that's got the R on it, or will they be using the kiosks for the city of Los Angeles? Will they be putting votes on about, they should be voting on whether they should have the tram or do something about the buses that are on the streets of LA. They're supposed to be America's cleanest air fleet, but they burn natural gas because they have exhaust in the back. How do you expect to clean the air in the city of Los Angeles if you're not doing anything to fight air pollution? It's been the worst air in the country of America for over 40 years, over 60 years. Nobody's done a fucking thing. It's only gotten worse. Maybe you ought to call a lawyer. Call Fred Lawyer. That'd be a good idea. You need more equality.
That's your time. Thank you so
equity.
much. All right, we now have public comment on the telephones.
Caller, you have 1 minute.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
I was trying to comment. Sorry, I was unmuted during smoke and scan. I was trying to comment on 19.
So, I'm sorry, the public comment for the regular meeting has been closed. So the only item open during this special meeting is item number 20.
Okay, you've done this to me before where you unmute two people at the same time, and I don't get to speak. There was during
So,
smoke
caller,
and
again, I
scan this
apologize.
time.
The only item that's currently open is item number 20 as a part of the special meeting. So if you do not want to talk about item number 20, then we have to move on to the next caller.
Okay, should I have just interrupted smoke and scan and been like, hello, hello?
So, okay, next caller, please.
Is that 3 today?
Caller, you have 1 minute.
3 shout-outs on Smoke and Scan? Jason, Brock, and them?
Caller with the last 4
Shout out to
digits,
them.
9519. Please unmute.
Yes, this is Jason. I'm a Smoke and Scan viewer.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for item number 20.
Cool. Anyway, and Smoke and Scan, we've been watching little items y'all talking about and all the hotels and motels and stuff. And I think that maybe we should try to like support them because down on Figueroa, the ladies are walking the street and their feet get tired and sometimes they want to put their feet up for a minute or two, or if you got an extra $20, maybe a half an hour. So I think we should really support that. And maybe you can get Smoke and Scan to come in there and do a little something for y'all, get this thing popping a little better than that. And anyway. It's going to be a good weekend. We're going to have a nice show tonight on Smoke and Scan. You're welcome to come through and, enjoy yourself a little bit. Maybe we have a taste or two there, but, y'all have a good weekend. Peace.
Located where? On Figueroa.
That's it.
Caller, you have 1 minute.
Hello, Rob Kwan. I'd like to speak on the item.
So you have 1 minute for item number 20.
Thank you, Grote. I just want to thank Streets for All for putting this measure on the ballot.
Don't worry, he's gone. He's gone, just like the other
Councilmember
kid.
Hernandez, if I have an untimely death, it's going to be in your district, just south of Avenue 60 off the 110 freeway, where you need to put in a 3-way stop, where I almost get killed literally once a month. Someone is not paying attention. My head's on a swivel every time I cross that fucking street. You talk about public safety, and a bunch of you gripe about this measure, and you shovel money to cops, but not actual safe streets. People who actually have their lives threatened are threatened by fucking cars. And why are we here? Because of the dysfunction at City Hall. What did we see years ago? You could have picked up this measure and made an ordinance, but Nuri had her bait and switch alternative. You whipped up a bunch of nonprofits to puff it up, and now where are we? You couldn't even bring a report back on that. Just killing reform like you do all across the board. This is why people are...
So, Mr. Kwan, your time is expired.
Next caller.
Shout out to Mr. Kwan, trying to make his point.
Caller, you have 1 minute.
Oh, and Rock Lobster, too. I forgot about Lobster. That's 4 of them today we got. 4 Smoke and Scan
Hey,
shout-outs.
it's Capri Sun. I'd actually like to know what items we're talking about today. Are we talking about
Sun?
items 20, 19, and 18?
So the only item that's open for public comment during this special meeting is item number 20.
No
so you
way.
have 1 minute for item number
way.
20.
Someone named their kid Capri Sun.
All right. Well, first off, I'd like to talk about the ballots. March 5th, 2024, state of California doing their primary elections. My question is, if you're going to be taking these ballots, is any kiosk going to be open? Because I feel like you're going to shut down kiosks temporarily so that the people can't vote for the people they want. Re-elect Kevin DeLeon. I agree with Goat Boy.
You're
I
off
believe
topic.
that Smoke and Scan should
If you
have a
can't get
street.
on topic, we'll end the call.
No, you're not going to end the call, you fucking idiot. So Capri Sun always wins. DJ Capri Sun for life. And
All right, this
also,
person is off
I'm
topic.
in the house. I'm in the house.
Shout out to them. That's 5.
All right, that
Smoke and
concludes
Scan.
our telephonic testimony.
That's 5 mentions.
What's before us?
3 in the special meeting.
You're disrupting the meeting, sir. If you continue to disrupt the meeting, you'll be asked to leave. That's your last warning.
And for the record,
What
that is
have I
Mr.
done
Candido,
to this
Mr.
meeting? What have I
Mr.
done?
Candido,
guys? I've done
I hear that
something
you're
to it.
leaving. Please do so quietly. Thank you. What's
shit.
before us?
Killed their meetings.
Mr. President, the council may now vote on item 20 as amended by motion 20A, Krikorian Bloomfield.
All right.
Their
This
meetings
item is
without
before us. Let's
ever
open the roll.
calling or going
Close
one
the roll.
time.
Tabulate the vote.
How did I do that?
12 eyes.
How has that happened?
All right. What's next?
Mr. President, would
You guys
council
are
like
too
to
much,
adjourn
man.
the special meeting and reconvene the regular meeting?
Yes.
If I may call the roll?
Oh, you
Blumenfield,
guys,
De
man.
Leon, Harris Dawson, Hernandez, Hutt,
Family
Krikorian,
strong,
Lee,
man.
McOsker, Padilla, Park, Price, Rahman, Rodriguez, Soto
At
Martinez.
some point, some of these
Yaroslavsky,
people are going to
12 members
Google it.
present
What are
and a
these
quorum,
people
Mr. President.
talking about? What the fuck
All
are
right.
they
What's
keep
before us?
saying? What the fuck
Council
is
has
Smoke
motions for
and Scan?
posting and
Hold on.
referral.
They're posted and referred.
The desk is clear, Mr. President.
All right. Announcements, members. Councilmember Hernandez.
See, that's what's great about was great about Periscope.
take a moment
So
to
if you had
acknowledge that
done
today,
that and
December
came and checked the
1st, is
video out,
World
even
AIDS
1
Day.
minute on
World
one video,
AIDS Day was the first
I
ever
could see that
global
she
health day
came
held
in,
for the
and I could
first
see
time
her
in
name on her
1988.
account.
This is the
Or the
35th
LA City
year,
account.
and this year's theme is
Helen.
Remember and Commit.
This annual event serves as a reminder of the global struggle to end HIV-related stigma and an opportunity to honor those we have lost. This is also a rallying cry to continue working toward a day when HIV is no longer a public health threat. Over the past 35 years, we have witnessed significant progress in addressing health and addressing HIV and AIDS. Thanks to the advancements in medical research, increased access to treatment and prevention, and tremendous global advocacy.
Oh, shit.
The impact of this epidemic has been profound and has affected individuals, families,
Look at him over there, dude.
communities across the globe. Remembering the lives lost not only honors their memory, but also emphasizes the urgency of our commitment to end the HIV epidemic. I want to especially acknowledge the AIDS Coordinator's Office here at the City of Los Angeles, which has been a leader in developing innovative programs for marginalized and hard-to-reach communities and individuals. I hope that we can take a moment today to honor those we have lost and rededicate ourselves to ending this HIV epidemic here in Los Angeles and across the globe. May all those that we have lost rest in the warm embrace of our ancestors, and may we continue to throw down for the people who are still with us here today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Councilmember Hernandez, other announcements? Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you. Today officially commences all the celebration of the holiday season, and I'm very excited that this evening we are kicking off with our Sylmar tree lighting at Sylmar Recreation Center.
Oh, I'm there.
We're going to be offering free family photos. We've got tons of activities for the kids.
Monica, I'm going to come up to her and call her
I'm
Monica.
really excited that
Come here.
a lot of we planted a tree. I planted this particular tree
Instead of calling her
in my
Monica.
first year in office.
Monica, come here.
It's grown significantly,
Dale.
and so we're trying to do more sustainable holiday celebrations. We did one also at Sunland Park that has already grown.
Lupus is important too.
There are
Yes,
going to be
everything's
significant Christmas trees planted at the parks and that are fully decorated.
No, it's just a
but we
gaslighting
have,
thing for them to pretend
subsequent
like they
ones
care about
coming
the
in
community.
Mission Hills in Pacoima.
Same as when they give them the
in,
signed basketballs.
Sunland
Who
Park,
wants a
and so
signed
we want to
basketball
invite
by
everyone
all
to
them?
come be
I mean,
part
really,
of these
let's be honest. If you
festivities.
tried to
We
sell
know
it,
for a lot of families,
you'd get
it's,
the value of
cost
whatever the
prohibitive
basketball's
often
worth, and I
to be
assure
able
you,
to
it's not
pay
a
for those
nice
family
fucking
photos.
NBA
And
Spalding.
it's really beautiful to have the community
It's one
come
of
out
them
in their own neighborhood.
Big five fucking
dressed
super
to the nines,
orange
you know,
ones.
and just and
Bounce
having a
is
good time
funny
with their
after a
neighbors.
little
So
while.
Come on out tonight, Sylmar Recreation
those.
Center.
They
The
probably
fun
get a
begins
deal on
this
'em.
evening at 6 o'clock.
You know, 50
Thank
cents
you.
a pop. The best thing is they all sit around
Thank you.
signing them, thinking
Any
like,
additional
man, like they're
announcements?
stars of some sort.
Seeing none, if we could all rise for adjourning motions.
Old Blob. Shout out to Blob
To my
Blumenfield.
left. Mr. Harris-Toss.
Thank you so much, Mr. President and members. It is with an extremely heavy heart that I ask that we adjourn in the memory of 5 people
won't
who
let that
died
go,
over
will you?
Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving
It's like my
holiday.
Cosmic Fish moment.
2 of them named, 3 of them unnamed. The unnamed individuals, the authorities are still trying to make contact with their next of kin. The first is a person hit at 5:30 a.m. in the Harbor Gateway area near 118th Street in Figueroa. A mother of 3 children was hit by a car going 100 miles per hour and passed away. Then after 11 p.m. on that same night at Western and 73rd, a drunk driver hit a houseless individual or an unhoused individual and killed him. You see on your screen 26-year-old Alma Aragon Cruz and 8-year-old Alexa Aragon, who passed away due to another fatal traffic accident on Thanksgiving Day. This is the 9th fatal accident in the Los Angeles Police Department's South Traffic Division in the last 10 days alone. Just after 1 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day, a drunk driver pulled out of a liquor store on Western and 83rd, hit another driver who was also speeding. The speeding driver ran into Mom, Alma Aragon, who was waiting at the bus stop with her 8-year-old daughter. The mother passed away immediately at the scene. The child remained gravely injured and was taken off life support a few days later. Folks doing the simple thing of waiting for the bus on a street in our city because people are both speeding and driving impaired. We lost these individuals. The Aragon family is understandably absolutely inconsolable. And so we ask that their permission to adjourn this meeting in their memory, and we do so with a heavy heart and with gratitude to this council and the people of this city.
Thank you, Mr. Harris Dawson.
Cat, dude, he's
Awful
too funny
situation, and a
sometimes,
reminder that
dude.
these are not accidents. This is traffic violence.
Such a
Colleagues, any
weird
additional
cat.
adjourning
His whole
motions?
head.
Ms. Rodriguez.
Thank
Stuck
you,
on the
Mr.
other side of the
Bloomfield,
computer and
and,
everything else.
Mr.
Because he likes the
Harris-Dawson,
warm
tragically,
wires
we
back
have
there. He
another,
likes the lay on
similar
them.
circumstance.
Gives him warm.
Colleagues, today I
And
rise
he's a
to
weirdo.
adjourn in memory of Jake Robert Boykin. He was not an Angelino, but he was loved but he was loved most notably by an Angelino, his aunt,
Yeah, traffic
Krista
violence.
Klein,
You
who
like
we all
that?
know and respect. Sadly, Jake Robert Boykin was killed by a drunk driver while training for an upcoming cycling event. He was hit on the afternoon of September 22nd and passed away on the 23rd in Tallahassee, Florida. He was born on January 28, 1998, in Las Cruces, New Mexico,
Young.
to Kim and Ken Boykin. From an early age, Jake was an active and inquisitive child, running around and trying to figure out how everything worked. Jake graduated in 2016 from Centennial High School in Las Cruces, Mexico. He then attended Gustavus Adolphus College in St. Peter, Minnesota. While there, he played football, was an active member of the Reds fraternity, Proclaim, and
Yes, he passed
the
away. You
Student
see the
Athletes Volunteer
ending date there.
Educators, also known as SAVE.
98 to 2023.
Jake graduated with a Bachelor's of Arts
25.
degree
Oh.
in chemistry in 2020. His journey then took him to Texas Tech University in Lubbock, where he started working on his Master's of Science in the Department of Kinesiology and Sports Management. Jake graduated from Texas Tech in 2022 and had multiple authorships on scientific publications. His education continued as he began attending Florida State University in 22 in the Health and Human Sciences Exercise Physiology program, researching muscle physiology. While pursuing his academic studies, Jake bought a bike off the Facebook Marketplace in 21 and entered in his first race in the spring of 22. He was a natural and won his first big national race at the Tulsa Tough in June of 22. He joined the racing team at Velobrew and raced for Florida State University. He rode at the 2023 Collegiate National Club Competition in Albuquerque and became a national champion in the time trial. Jake was so many things to all who met him. He was always positive and happy, fiercely loyal, crazy bright, humble, active, and highly competitive. He inspired everyone to be the very best version of themselves. His smile was infectious and lit up every room he was in. He had a strong faith, and the family doesn't doubt that for a moment he is cycling all over heaven, exploring and finding the next great race. Our thoughts and our prayers are with the Boykin family and to our friend Krista on this tragic loss. And an incredible reminder how simple it is just to make sure that everyone is safe, who's just trying to live a very simple, joyful life by being responsible when you're on the road. Our thoughts to the Boykin family, and may he rest in peace.
Thank you.
Find eternal peace,
Any additional
Jake.
adjourning motions? Seeing none, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
I guess that's it for today, ladies and gents. Is that Mr. Herman? I think it is. Oh, dude. Well, I gotta say, guys, as far as the regulars, it was a pretty eventful show, right? I mean, fuck, we got a lot of the good ones. We're missing Mr. Harlan, and I'm starting to get scared. And I know that Kat and him went gallivanting through the south of France and the French Riviera and all that good stuff. But we need him back here. You know, we gotta make sure Kat gets him back in chambers, because I need to hear some Mr. Harlan. You know, it's good to see you too, Kat. We ain't seen you in a little bit. And hopefully Lonnie's okay too. I miss Lonnie. I haven't seen her name in here in a little bit. But I understand, especially around this time, everybody gets busy with holidays and family, and usually folks are traveling. So I totally get that too, I totally get it. But yeah, man, some Bryant Park live ice skating here for you. See what's going on there. But shit, yeah, man. Shit, yeah. Hopefully you guys join us tonight, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, for our normal Friday night fun. Shall be good, I believe. I think we might have a good time tonight. Could be a live one. Can't guarantee it, but hopefully it is. Let's see. What did I want to put up here? Is that what I want to look at? Let me see. No, it's not the one I wanted. This is in New York. This is Bryant Park in New York. That's where that is. Live right now. And it was just raining a little bit ago. Like they had a few drops, so to speak. And guys, I saw, for the ones who haven't seen it, it's a pretty fun little interview with myself and Jason and Dovey. Here, there's the interview right there. I'm going to give you the link, guys, for the ones who have not seen the interview. If you would like to see it, it's right there, so you can click and watch it. Me, talking about kind of the story of Smoke and Scan on Jason's show. That's Jason there. And we're hanging out with Dovey as well. Shout out to Dovey. And Jason, like I said, thank you guys for having me in. So go check it out. There's the link right there. Go enjoy. Click like and subscribe. And yeah, I was gonna put it up, but apparently it's a couple things I can't do because his account's private on one, so I can't share his stuff, and the file was really long. So it was good times though. Good times. Let's see here. Is that the one? I think that's it. There we go. Yeah, I like watching ice skating. It's fun. I mean, I like watching this stuff too. Snow Summit and stuff like that. I mean, look, the lifts are open. There's not really much air, as you can see. That's live here, so. And I'm sure that at some point we'll get some snow coming up, some storms coming through. Get some rain, that'll bring them some snow, and then they can pack it with the machine, But as you can see, people still having a little bit of fun. I'm sure it's not the greatest, It's probably pretty warm and probably tough. The snow is probably really tough. I don't know if it's too fluffy. No fresh pow, man. What's up, Killa? How are you? Jim, apparently, because I was even asking my friend Aton, he was telling me, yeah, because his account's private, I couldn't share it, the little thing that he had sent me, for some reason. So then you had to go to some other way of doing it, and I don't know how to do all that stuff. Like, put it here, format it there, reformat, put it up there, and then you can take it there, and then blast it here. Like, oh man, that's just too much. I like the old where you could just share it. Boom, share. It is what it is. But that was on Instagram. And then again, with the whole interview, it's like 2 hours, I think. It's a long interview. So, yeah. There you go. I am back on tonight, Darren. I am at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will be live, so adjust to your time zones. Yeah, it was fun tonight. I mean, it was a long meeting. I missed a little bit when I had to go feed Stinks, apparently. Came in and all the usual suspects were talking. Did Mr. Herman come in and speak twice? Like, did he speak during the second meeting, the special meeting, when I was over there feeding Stinks? Did I miss that? Because I know everybody only got a minute each. They don't give them so much time to talk. He did talk, huh? Fuck, missed it. Dang it. I'm sure he went fucking crazy. He had a wig on? And he was making goat noises. Yeah. Didn't say much. He was just spouting out noises. Grunting. like the true animal that he is. So, yeah. You're an animal. Yeah. But, yeah, I guess I'm going to get out of here now. Appreciate you guys for everything. All the donos, all the likes, all the love, thumbs ups that we got today. Thumbs ups are free. And we need a little, I got to say, when it comes to the LA City Council meeting, we still don't have that, viewership like we do at nights. But I also understand that, again, most people are working. I understand this. So they're at work, and I don't want people to get caught watching it at work and then get in trouble. Totally get that too. But it'd be nice to get up that viewership at least. A little more even. That's all. But I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for everything you do. Thanks again to the professor for the redoing of all my scanners. Yeah, man, I can't wait for tonight. Hopefully, and again, keep your notifications on. If a chase pops off beforehand, we'll jump on then. So you know how it works. So I appreciate each and every one of you for your viewership and all the camaraderie and just all around fun, man. So have a fantastic day. And I'll see you guys in, I don't know, a few hours.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Good
night.
day.